today I'll be introducing sports psychology to all of you. Most of you may be knowing about sports psychology, but you know that we have a mind, or at least have a mind, and how much it affects. Okay, sports psychology is sport is, you know what sport is? Psych is mind, logy is study. Sports psychology is the study of mind related to sports. How competitive sports affect the mind, and in turn, how mind affects the competition. Okay. Today's session will cover most of the important factors related to sports psychology and some key concepts that we need to cover. I will be giving you each one of you one sheet of the week key concepts, to peak performance in sports, the mental aspects. Okay? We will give you. So let's say children at least follow these things. If any problem is there, we will help you and again in future. And another sheet is talks about A to Z of champion mindset. So you should know what a champion's mindset is, so that it will be very helpful to you. Now, sports psychology is a very vast subject. We can't cover the entire sports psychology with all the exercises in one 3-hour session and keep it with the whole day. It will be a very boring thing. Okay, so what we do is, today is the version 1 of our Winning Minds. Then we will follow it up soon with Winning Minds version 2, which will be a complete practical package. We will be introducing all the mindset, mind drills, exercises and everything. That will be totally a practical package where very little theory will be addressed. So we are dividing it into 2 batches. That day we will give full focus on the exercises and the applied part of it. We will be starting another 2 minutes now. I am talented.
I am talented.
I am capable.
I am capable.
I am successful.
I am successful.
I respect myself.
I respect myself.
I am proud of myself.
I am proud of myself.
I am mentally strong.
I am mentally strong.
I am a confident person.
I am a confident person.
I love challenges.
I love challenges.
Yes. I love challenges.
I love challenges.
Okay. I can do everything I make my mind upon. I am always in the present.
I am always in the present.
I am always focused on the process.
Always on the process.
I am always positive and hopeful.
Always positive and hopeful.
When I am well prepared, I always play well.
When I am well prepared, I always play well.
I enjoy pressure.
I enjoy pressure.
Pressure brings the best out of me.
Pressure brings the best out of me.
I am a winner.
I am a winner.
I am a winner.
I am a winner.
All of you, because you are all winners in even other aspects of your life. We don so many hats in our life, even our leaders. We are expected to perform so many roles. We need to be winners in all our activities. Thank you for your participation. How do you feel now? How do you feel? This is going to be an interactive sports psychology session. What does interactive mean? Interactive means we have to interact. This is not going to be a boring one-sided lecture. I want all of you to come out and express this. May I ask you, what is the what is that the man fears most? Please, it will come from you. Anybody? You want the mic? Yes, mic. What is that aspect man fears most? What is more fearful to man? One of you, please raise your hand.
Failure.
Failure. Okay, good. Good answer. Anybody else? What is more fearful to man? Most people say it is death. We fear death, isn't it? But it is not there, death.
Very good morning, everyone. Am I audible? Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, young boys and girls. My name is Suman Murthy. I'm the co-founder of the organization Jobs. We have two businesses. We are into placements. We do placements for sports industry as well as for the non-IT industries as well. And besides that, I have a passion in me, which is sports. So I come from a sports background wherein my grandfather was a coach until he was 91. He was coaching a lot of young hockey players who represented the state and the country level. And my father himself was a great hockey player. He played for the country, he was a goalkeeper. Starting he represented Junior India. That's where it was there in the genes, I would say, to start off sports when I was young. So that's like, the little guys like here. About 7, I remember I got introduced to hockey, and then I switched over to football. There was a very influential part in that, switching from hockey to football, because the place where I grew up, I ended up playing football a lot. So when I went to school, I used to practice hockey. When I come back home, I used to either be on the ground playing football or watching football, because the place where I grew up was very influential in football. Then I went on to play professionally for ISRO at a super division level, which is the topmost league in the state. 2014, I took a break from my professional footballing career because I had a challenge, which is injury, which is very common in a contact sport like football. So then I decided that I wanted to contribute something to the sport. So which is why I continue associating myself with the sport as an entrepreneur, wherein we do a lot of sports events like sports talks. We do organize a lot of sports athletic events as well for corporates and for youngsters. So about the winning minds, this is an interactive sports psychology session. So when I proposed this idea to Mr. Vishwanath sir, he was very encouraging. He said, yes, this is a subject which is not touched upon, and the mental aspect of sports is very vital for a sportsman for their performance. So that's when the idea started emerging into an activity or an event that we see today. Okay. So without taking much of your time, so I would like you all to introduce yourself, your name, which sport you like the most, and who is your sports icon. So I'll just pass the mic around. Just a quick round of introduction. Okay.
Hi guys, my name is Nal. I'm a cricketer. I'm playing cricket for the past 9 years. I'm 17 now. And my sports icon is, as a bowler, I like very good. Best shadows.
Let's applaud him. Guys, stand up and speak.
Just introduce yourself, your name.
Make it very big. Let's say it outside.
Morning everybody, my name is Vishnu. I'm 13 years old and I play tennis. That's the main icon of my child.
Give me a round of applause.
Good morning everyone. My name is Vikram and I'm 15 years old and I'm a cricketer. And role model is my uncle. He was also a cricketer. So I grew up watching him play. So now I want to take him to take sports.
Good morning everyone. Myself Gagandeep. I'm 17 years old and I play cricket and my role model is Sachin Tendulkar.
My name is Munish. I'm 9 years old and I play table tennis.
Hands for only 9 years old. You need a lot of confidence.
My name is Srinivas. I'm part of
Good morning everyone, I'm Bachchan and here for company Arush for group psychology sessions.
Good morning everyone, my name is Arushi and I play athletics and my role model is Ashwini Ratsoka. Hello all, my name is Krishna. I'm 12 years old and I'm doing arts.
I'm Prem Kumar. I'm
but it's slightly not fun. So thank you.
Morning, all. My name is Ramesh and I'm 47 years old and I play table tennis. Hello everybody, good morning. My name is Arta. My favorite sport is cricket and myself play cricket at the state and state level. And my favorite cricketer is Kapil Dev.
Hello everybody, my name is Adi. I also play cricket and I'm 11 years old and I like Virat Kohli.
Hi, my name is Mona. So I'm Ali's mom. I'm here to support Ali. And cricket is yes, extremely popular in my house.
My name is Musa. I'm an international sport media athlete and my role model is
I'm Kathy Makaria and I'm a pole vaulter and my idol is Katie John.
Good morning, my name is Karthik Kumar. I'm long distance.
My name is Kavi. I'm 32 years old. I play table tennis and I like to excel my skills in table tennis. And I want to engage myself in coaching. And I got a role model that I follow many people who are excellent.
I'm Shivani and I'm studying counseling psychology.
I am Vishwanath. I am a sports psychology coach, counselor and mind trainer. I am the host of today's program and welcome you all. I was a cricketer during my younger days. I was a opening batsman and part-time wicketkeeper in the bowler. I used to represent my employer's cricket team, second division, and my another private club in the fourth division. I was a successful batsman till I hung up my career. But my younger days, when I started playing for a school, wasn't all that great. I was good, people said I was good, I was talented, technically sound. But when it came to the competition match, I was gone. This is what most probably all of us are here to discuss about. The competitive pressure, competitive anxiety. I was very good in practice, but when it came to matches, initially I was struggling a lot. I had this habit of pull shot was my favorite. I had this habit of getting a pull shot and against the delivery is coming on the middle and next down. Many times I got trapped in the middle. Okay. And I used to walk back slowly, pressing it. After you get out, it's a very long walk coming back to the pavilion. I used to sit sadly watching another player batsman make very own bowlings. And people say, hey, you are a wasted talent. What? You are a practice hero, man zero. And I started to say, I have to do something more. I have to do something more. I started working on myself. Those days, we didn't even know about sports psychology, let alone hiring a sports psychologist. So I had to work on myself. So I developed this self-talk. So I started telling to myself with every ball that watch the ball, let it go very good ball. Okay. Now I started focusing only on the next ball. Okay. Then those runs started coming. I became successful and I didn't turn back from then on. So those days sports psychology was applied in a different way. Isn't it? Yeah. And mostly the young tell us how it feels to get out early and come and sit in the pavilion, brooding. Do you have any thoughts on that? Please.
So, after you get out, you'll have another stop thoughts coming back. So, you'll have the depression going. But we shouldn't be depressed. You shouldn't be depressed like that. Because there are many chances you get
arms to make a shot or make a drive or to bowl, legs will move. Okay. I want somebody to answer this question. Are all physical games totally physical? No. No. Okay. Thank you. Then what part of it is physical and what part of it is mental? No. Okay. Yeah. It is in the sense it is totally mental because without the signals coming from the brain, not even our little finger will move. So all our skills are stored in the brain, and it is this software called the mind. It makes it to work. So, but physical practice is absolutely necessary. If you don't practice, you can't perform. Okay? Physical practice is the number one. So thank you for the answer. Now, what's the difference between brain and mind? Anybody? Okay. So in software terms, computer terms, mind is the software, brain is the hardware. In simple terms. Okay. Once again, we know mind exists, but we can't see. It is something like electricity. We know electricity exists, but we can't see, but we can feel it. Okay, you touch a thing, you get a shock, right? There is air. You know air exists, but can you see air? But we can feel the air. Okay. Likewise, mind is very crucial. It is what drives the brain. Okay. All your whole thing is ready. The computer is beautifully arranged. But if you don't have a backup, if you don't have electricity, even the best computer in the world will not function. Okay? What is that energy that drives your computer? You need electricity. Likewise, it is our mind that drives this beautiful computer that God has designed. It is the mind that drives us all. So, mind is the most crucial thing. However talented you are, however well prepared you are, but when you go there and when you choke, when you are under anxiety, worry and nervousness, if you panic, all your talent is wasted. You can't perform. So who is responsible here? Mind. And they say at the highest level, it's all the mind. 85% mind at the highest level. So great players have said, when you go to practice arena at Wimbledon or US Open, when you see the guys practice, they're all well built and Djokovic and I have said, when you look at these guys in the practice sessions, world number 150 and world number 2 will look the same. But only it's under pressure that they are put to test. Do you agree with me? So the mind is very, very, very important. Okay. Now, if you allow the system, the brain-mind combination to work, it will work beautifully. Now, we all of us drive car. Okay, if you remember the first week, it was horrible. Okay. Now, we were so conscious about our clutch, how much to release the clutch, how much to give the accelerator, and how much to steer and all that. Now, after 10 years, we are not at all bothered. We keep talking to the people, and when we are talking, suddenly somebody comes and suddenly we brake. How does all this happen? One word. Practice. How does it happen? Are you conscious of what you are doing? Suppose we have to drive from your Whitefield to Mysore Road, it takes about 2 hours. If you are conscious if you are driving, how much to release the clutch, how much to put the brake, how much to steer, can you do that? You become tired so quickly. How does it happen?
Is it muscle memory?
Pardon?
Muscle memory?
I will change that. It's a good exception. I will change it. Okay. It is automated. It is automatic. Okay. It happens automatically. So whatever we have learned, whatever we have practiced, if you allow it to happen, it happens on its own. When you bring this conscious interference, then everything is disturbed. Okay. Now coming to this point. So there is this misnomer, a term called muscle memory, which a common man understands in his own language. He thinks that with muscle memory, the arms will move and the legs will move. So they don't move by themselves. So the misnomer is not correct. It's a wrong usage. It is a general usage to point out. Okay. So nothing happens on its own.
Coach
Okay.
said.
Pardon?
Many coaches talk about this muscle.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is. It is a common term used. Very misnomer. It's not correct. The muscles don't have nerves. All your skills are stored only in the nerves. 85 to 100 billion nerves are in the brain as well as in the spinal cord. Your muscles only have the nerves to transmit your impulses, the peripheral nervous system, that's all. They can't store your skills. Okay, so everything is stored in the brain as well as in the spinal cord, that's it. Okay, right. Now, what is this conscious interference? Can anybody elaborate on that? What do you think is conscious interference? But let me see. After 10 years of driving, if you try to be conscious of how much to release the clutch, what will happen? Your brain becomes confused. You have been climbing the stairs ever since childhood. Now, if you have to carefully put your foot on each step, what will happen? The brain becomes confused. It has learned to react and execute in a certain way. If you bring your consciousness there, if you consciously try to do something, the brain becomes confused. So, conscious memory, conscious interference is bad. So, that's what we normally tend to do. Normally, if you let things happen, they will happen. But the moment there is a competition, there is pre-competitive anxiety. As you go on to the match, the arena, you get worry, tension, nervousness, stress. Okay, anxiety, all that. All that interferes in your natural process. You have to allow it to happen naturally. Okay? This is why we are here to deal with how to deal with these negative factors, what we call as mental demons. Okay? Do you agree with me till now? What happened? Do you know? Yeah. Thank you. Now, before you start, every invention, every discovery and every great deed began with a thought and a big dream. Isn't it? Everything happens with a big dream. Now, most of you here and all the youth in the world, maybe especially in India, may be dreaming about becoming the next Virat Kohli or the next Saina or Sindhu or whatever. Okay, it's very good. So, when athletes come to me for consultation, I ask them, what is your dream? Okay. So, I want to represent India in the Olympics. Somebody will say, I want to win a major tennis. Someone else will say, I want to win the All England badminton. So, I want to make it to the Indian side as a cricketer. Somebody else said, you never told me that. Isn't it? Told me that I want to make it to the Indian team. So, you need to dream big. But, you have to watch out. Dreams don't work unless you do. Unless you do, your dreams will not work. So have your dreams and work towards them. So what's the goal? In football player, we have a good star. He knows about what. You ask him what is the goal, it's hitting into the net. Okay. Here is another goal. Goal you need to fix. Napoleon Hill, the famous author of Think and Grow Rich. Anybody has read the book, Think and Grow Rich? Yeah. He said, goal is a dream with a deadline. So, goal is a practical one. It will always have a time frame. Right? It will have a time frame. It is a practical way of reaching your dreams. That's what goals are. All of you athletes here need to have a dream, need to have set goals. How many of you do? No worries. If you are not doing it, you will do it in future. Right? You need to, because goals give you the feedback on what you are doing. Supposing you sit in an auto rickshaw and he asks you, you want to go to your academy, you say, you forget. You take me anywhere. Will you agree? Please tell me where you want to go. You can't ask him to take me anywhere. So without a goal, that's what happens to you. You are aimless. Okay, go around doing nothing what to do. Okay, so goals are important. So goals are of two types. One is the achievement goal and the performance goal on the one side, and on the other side we have the process goals. Okay. Now again, goals can be classified into three stages, like short-term goal, which can be for up to 6 months or 1 year, and a mid-term goal, which can be from 1 to 3 years, and a long-term goal. That is our lifetime goal, right? Yeah, this is into three. Then one is the achievement goal, and another is the process goal. Okay, achievement goal, you may say that I want to make it regularly into the qualify for the main draw from here on. In the next 6 months, I will make it to the main draw regularly. And again, you will say, in another 1 year, 1 to 2 years, I will be winning a number of tournaments. Okay, that becomes your midterm goal. And you know the long-term goal, I want to win a grand slam. Okay, what are the process goals? Anybody can give me a feedback on that? Process goal? What is the process goal? Yeah.
They have to define their schedule, what time they have to do activities like practice, meditation, or whatever it is, they have to define the process.
So that is about planning.
Plan.
Yeah. So now, what is the process? The way you execute is the process. Process goal is about, again, see, you are not table tennis players here. It's very difficult to execute the back and top spin. Okay. Now you can fix a process goal like this. In the next 6 months, I will learn back and top spin. In the next 1 year, I will make back and top spin my main weapon. Right? Got it? Main weapon. That's a process. Okay. You can also have long-term goals. Okay. Fine. Yeah. It is important to write down your goals. Before that, all of you should have a journal. What is, anybody read French? What is Jour? Jour is today. Journal is all about what today, writing about what happened today, what happened in the practice, what happened in the match, how you felt, what didn't work, what worked, what you have to improve. Please, all of you should have a diary, a journal. You should start writing the journal. Every day you have to write the journal. In that journal, write down your short-term goal, mid-term goal, and long-term goal. Use color crayons or color pens to write your goals, because colors have an impact. I'll tell you why. Then you write down everything that happened in a day. Let it become a practice. Why? Because when you write, you become more self-aware. Self-awareness is very important in the process of improvement. You have to write down. Okay. And maybe 6 months later, when I am in great form, 6 months later, there is a slump. Then you can always go back to this day, that what worked for me that day. So, main thing what it will tell you is, you are going away from the basics. If you follow the basics, you will get back to it. Do what you did 6 months earlier, again you will get into form. So, vision diaries or journals help you in that way. Okay, how to write a goal sheet? Okay, write a goal. Okay, what you want to become, what are your short-term, mid-term, and long-term goal? Have an action plan. Okay, you need to have an action plan. Then find out how you will go about fulfilling those action plans. Okay, then every day before sleeping, you have to read those goals just before going to bed. Okay, you have to read them and visualize those goals coming true. You have to have the right emotions and visualize. It works. If you read it every day before going to sleep, okay, this will turn into reality. Because just before you go to sleep, your subconscious mind is fully awake. Your conscious mind goes to sleep because it's tired from morning to night. Thinking all negative. It is tired by the time you go to bed. Your conscious mind never sleeps. 24/7 into number of years you live. So, that is the right time to feed your conscious mind, which is the all-powerful mind that makes things happen for you. So, got it? How to know how it goes. Okay. Right. Now, may I ask you all the athletes here, all of us need to have a purpose. Why we are doing a particular activity? Why we have taken a particular sport? Whether you want to treat it as a recreational sport or or whether you want to, whether doing sport for a good physique or for health, or whether you want to become a star as a profession. You need to know the purpose, okay? And after you know the purpose, a lot of athletes practice aimlessly. They go there mechanically playing from. From now on, you have to practice purposely. What do you mean by purposeful practice? It is a deliberate practice. It's a mindful practice. You should know why you are going to the stadium today to practice. In the auto, what we do, we just look left and right or gather with our cell phones. Instead of wasting the time with your cell phones, you have to just think, why I am going to practice today? What am I going to achieve? What am I going to correct? Instead of if I get back and get work, I have to work on that today. My coach is going to teach me a different serve today. I have to work on that. You have to have a plan before going to practice. That is called as purposeful practice. Please have a purposeful practice in place. Okay? Then the plan. Okay? You must have heard of the saying, failing to plan means, failing to plan means planning to fail. If you don't plan, you fail. Have a plan. What kind of planning? Most of you are students. You need to plan, make your schedule in such a way that you divide your time for studies, school, practice, physical conditioning, meditation, mental preparation, everything. Have a plan in place. You know when the exams are coming up, how much you have to need to work on it. If you have a plan, you know what you are doing. It is not haphazard. You need to have a plan in place. Okay? Plan your activity based on your activity and the time available and how you need to schedule your fixtures and other things. Okay. Then preparation. Okay. So everybody knows, maybe when you are prepared physically and mentally, you feel confident. You agree with me? I always felt like that. If I am not prepared for something, somewhere I feel like I'm missing something. I don't have the energy, I don't have the confidence. When you are well prepared, you feel very, very confident. Okay? So, you need to, preparation is most important. Okay? Physical preparation, all of you do. How many of you prepare mentally for events? Mentally, how many of you prepare? Very nice. She may be only now, but she's ready with an immediate answer. You prepare mentally? Good. That was your you need to prepare mentally. Okay? There are a lot of methods available. We should just maybe when you come to me for consultation or when we do the beginning points of version 2, I will be telling you everything about all these practical aspects. I will need to do how to visualize, how to mentally prepare for all these things. Now, most people what they do, they visit the venue much in advance. Okay? They see the settings, how the settings is. And just before the day of the match, tomorrow the match, today night, they relax themselves and visualize participating, playing in the venue tomorrow. Okay? This is what is called the process of visualization. I will teach you. Okay? The main things. Okay? What visualization is? Mental preparation also involves focusing on your strengths and analyzing your opponents. Most of the cricket, Dravid has said, Kohli has said, everybody says the same thing. They know who are the bowlers tomorrow and how they mentally prepare to face those bowlers. Sachin Tendulkar used to stand before the mirror and used to imagine Bradley bowling and him facing. Okay, all these things, all the breaks have done that. That's why they are breaks. Okay, it is analyzing the weaknesses, strengths and weaknesses of the opponents and focusing more on your strengths. This is a part of mental preparation. Okay, what strategies you have in place, and you have to visualize carrying out those strategies successfully, and these things work. Okay. Now, you have a dream, you set your goals, you have your plans, you practice purposefully, but if you don't have the drive, what do you have to do next? Practice, man. outside, but if there is no fuel inside, it won't work. So, what is it that is required now? Your motivation. What is motivation? In anybody layman's language, anybody can come in. What is motivation? We commonly use these words now. Oh, she motivates very well. Okay? You need to get yourself motivated. But what does motivation mean? In common language, it's a drive, that's all. It's a direction, it's a drive, the energy, the fire in the belly. It's an invisible thing, it comes from within. I have to go, I have to do, I have to practice, I have to achieve. Okay? Achievement motivation is all about the achievement motivation is all about the drive from within, the urgency, the need, the desperation to achieve. That is your motivation. Right? Now you need to be motivated. Okay. Now there are 4 types of motivation. One is the A motivation. There is apathetic motivation. When does this occur? Okay. When an athlete keeps losing often, doesn't reach his goals, okay, taking too much time, okay, and he said, what is the use? Why should I go for practice? Anyways, I am going to lose. I am taking too much time. I am not good. I am not talented. I don't have the good coaches. I don't have the better facilities. Right? Then there is no motivation. There is an apathy. Apathy means indifference. Okay. Then comes your achievement motivation I have spoken about. The need to achieve. We have to achieve at any cost. Face the challenges. Overcome all the challenges, adversity, difficulties, blah 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 blah, and go on to achieve what we have set our mind upon. Okay. Then there is external motivation. All of you know what external motivation is. Please come out with that one by one.
Coach motivating.
Mike, please.
Coach motivating.
Coach motivating.
And motivating.
I need to do a little bit external motivation. No,
Rewards.
that's not external.
That is rewards.
What are rewards? Please. Add to this. What is something?
Money.
Recognition.
Money, yes.
Appreciation.
Pardon?
Appreciation.
Appreciation, praise. Yeah, it's called as enforcement, reinforcement. They call it. Yeah. That's it. Praise, reward, appreciation, money, name, fame, sponsorship, getting a sponsorship, getting a seat. India, a lot of athletes play to get a seat in engineering, especially in Karnataka. You get a medal in the SGFI games, you get an engineering seat. Okay, you get a gold medal, you will get a job. So that is how the external motivation. It is required. Why it is required? In the initial stages, to keep you motivated, to push you towards achievement, make you more confident, help you to get more success. But on the longer run, it doesn't pay. Right? Because that will not give you the fire in the belly. If you are always motivated towards rewards, it will not. So now we will normally do bribe the children, hey, do this work and come, I'll give you a chocolate. Okay, I'll come first in the class and get you a mobile. If your child is getting first in the class, just for a cell phone, then it's a very short-lived motivation. You agree with me? It is a very short-lived thing. On the longer run, it doesn't work. Okay. Then what is the most important motivation?
Goals.
Anybody?
Goal.
Pardon? Self-motivation. It is called as internal motivation or intrinsic motivation. Okay. All those guys who are intrinsic motivated, you don't have to push them at all. They will do it for themselves. Okay? Recently I was going to function, we were doing games for the children, and one of the boys, he started winning all the events. In one event he lost. And when the prize was being given to the winner, this boy wanted to snatch away the prize. He was just 7 years old. And he said, I want it. But behavior is wrong. But what he has within is so much to be appreciated. The I want it factor. I want it at any cost. That is intrinsic motivation. You need to wake your children up at 5 o'clock in winter, especially in Delhi, before Razais, the child wants to sleep for some more time. But your physical condition coach is waiting for you. Right? You have to get up. The parent what to do before you wake up 4:45, the parent will wake you. That is enough. After that, the parent can't do anything. No amount of scolding, no amount of pushing will work. The child has to have it from within. To go there and do it. You are not dressed up in warm clothing, you wear and don't want to run, what is the point? You can actually sleep for another 2 hours. Isn't it? So that is the intrinsic motivation. You know, when guys who are intrinsically motivated want to excel in the sport they take up, excel in anything they take up. They don't want to give up. See now, Roger Federer, Serena Williams, all these people have made enough money, made everything. Okay, they have island, they have yachts, they have aeroplanes, they have everything. But why still, Federer lost his career against 60 back or somebody. And he said, I'll come back for French Open. Everybody will say, enough of it, you have played enough of it, why did you retire? He said, I'm not yet ready to retire. I'll come back to French Open. He says, I want to retire, being the best in business, and he excelled. There was a time when people used to start attacking his backhand, it was weak. He worked on it so much that today his backhand is a lethal weapon. One flipping backhand he gets winners. It goes just beside you, you can't reach it. That is Federer. These all guys are intrinsically motivated. There is a myth, nobody can motivate you. Actually, in the real sense, others can't motivate you. You need to have it from within. Others can only encourage you. The motivation should come from within. That's what I meant to say. Okay? Yeah. You will take it at 11:30. So, please 11:30 you have to play with me. I know how you are getting on. The session has gone so far. Can you do going overboard or can you do boring? Okay? Yeah. Now, what is talent? This is an interactive session, no? Say something, nobody will judge you. Nobody, nothing, nobody can judge you. Pardon?
Internal ability.
Internal?
Ability.
Yeah, that's one of the definitions, correct.
Any skill which is understood quickly and then
Can you repeat?
any skill which is easily understood and easily.
Beautiful, you have come very close to the answer. Okay. Suppose you watch a group of kids of the same class performing an activity. Okay. Let us say there are 20 kids performing an activity and you see that some 3 or 4 kids are doing it so beautifully. Okay, they catch your eye. Okay. Whatever they are doing is doing very effortlessly and they are so pleasing to the eyes. The movements are so effortless and so pleasing to the eye. Okay. And they are doing what is thought to them the best compared to the other children. These are the children who, for example, we may say talented for that particular activity. Okay. The multiple intelligence theory says that our talents are multiple. We can't be talented in the same way compared to others. Okay. We should have that within. It's an inborn ability. Okay. That is a different side. How that inborn ability happens and it's based on the number of neurons you have in a particular lobe. The sensory lobe is here. The parietal lobe is here. So for that activity, that set person is suitable. So that he finds that performing that activity very easy and effortless. Okay. So you are made for certain activity. Okay. Now you need to have a basic talent. Definitely you need to have a basic talent. Otherwise, if you look awkward and that means you are not suitable for that sport. Right? You already think. Sometimes we are not suitable for every sport. Okay. Every particular for certain kind of sport depending on our physique and other things. Okay. Now you take up a sport, you have talent. But lot of times what happens, many times what happens, children with their talent go to a certain distance. But depending on talent alone will not help. Talent has its own limitations. You can't depend entirely on talent. Because as you go higher and higher, you need to work more on your skills, add more skills, and get better at your skills. So you need to attain mastery and excellence in whatever you are doing. So when you only depend on talent, go just practice for 1 hour, I'm talented, I normally don't study too much. I only study 2 or 3 hours a day. And the person who does the hard work will take away all the accolades and the results. So talent is limited because you need to work on your skills and improve. For example, I put up a question, who is more talented, Messi or Ronaldo?
Both are regulated.
This is a very diplomatic answer here, but a lot of research has been done on this. They say Messi is more gifted and talented. That's what they say. So now maybe it is true. Maybe he makes football look so easy.
But in terms of performance, Ronaldo is the highest goal scorer.
I come to that.
Results what matters.
I come to that. Messi may be more effortless. That's what these experts have said. So now when you talk about Ronaldo, you should be cautious that your talent alone will not take you far. Because Ronaldo has proved that with his hard work, that he can be as good as any talented player, maybe Messi or Neymar or
The top scorer in the world.
yes, hard work pays. You can achieve with your hard work. Okay, it pays. So there were experiments done on Ronaldo to see how good he is, how skilled he is. Okay, he was taken to a Rigorian football ground, floodlit. Okay, then he was made to make a penalty kick. Okay, then the lights were switched off, but still he hit the goal in the post. The second exercise was that he was asked to make the ball was coming. He has to put the goal. As midway when the ball was coming, they switched off the lights. But with his practice, he knows his brain reads like that because of his practice. He knows where the ball is coming. He headed it beautifully into the goal post. See now, that is what hard work does to you. On the longer run, it is only hard work. Okay. Now, since Lombardi, a great coach, has said, it's only in the dictionary that success comes before work. RSPUD. Okay? Success, yes, comes before work only in the dictionary. But in real life, success will come only after. Do you understand? Success will come only after work. Hard work. Okay? So hard work is everything. So, you may have heard of this statement, oh, you have scored very less in this test. What is this master class? So less. Okay, you have to work hard, correct? You will play well this tournament, right? I think you are very clumsy and you're not getting a shot, making too many errors. You have to work hard. Okay. So there's a common usage, isn't it? It's what we say to the youngsters. But do any of you know what happens when you work hard? Easy answer is what?
Gain confidence.
Please raise your hand.
Gain confidence.
Gain confidence, then you get better at your skill, right? You get better at what you are doing. Okay?
Yeah.
But in real medical terms, what does hard work does to you? Going as per the repetition theory, anything you repeat a number of times, you get good at it. Okay? Let us ask these young kids, how many times you rehearse to by heart a poem? So like this, just approximate. We will not give you marks for that.
Days to practice.
How many?
Days to practice it. Then
How many times you need to practice a poem in order to by heart and recite it for the teacher?
20.
20. Good number. Okay, fine. First time it won't come. After 20 it will come. Right? After 20 times it will come. And after you go tomorrow and recite the poem, you live for another 1 week, you have lost it. You can't recite. You agree with me? Right? It is only stored in your short-term memory. But anything you do for a long stretch of time, let's say for 10 years and more, you will not lose it. Okay? Research has been done to say that anything done for a period of 10 years or 10,000 hours, you attain mastery and excellence. Okay? That's the difference. Now, yeah, I come to another question.
And you have something to say, Mark? Raise your hand.
I wanted to say one thing about we just spoke about Ronaldo. I don't know how many of you know, but actually when he was in school, and when Ronaldo was at school, and he wanted to play football, his coach told him, please don't even sit on the bench, you are not worth it. You should be outside, don't even come for training. And we know where is he today. So, talent sometimes comes later. Hard work is a really crucial part of everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The gentleman has something to say. Your name, please?
Karan.
Karan, yes, correct.
So my question is regarding repetition that you mentioned. Is it possible to have a limit to repetition? Can you overdo your repetition? Because you said talent alone can't carry you too far. What about repetition? Is there a limit as such, or can you keep doing? That's my issue.
There is no end to it, you know. Even great masters, even till the day, they keep on practicing. More they practice, the better they become. And they know where to stop. And a man can't go on forever, too much, no. He knows where to stop. Something that inner awareness tells him where to stop. I think it becomes too much, you know. Especially sports practice, if you overdo, what happens? You become tired, you become fatigued, and your muscles stretch and they break. You can get into injuries. It is a very crucial part of training. You should know what is your body and what is your sport and how much to train. You overtrain, definitely you will get injured, isn't it? That's it. You know your coach knows about your sport, how much to go, how much not to go. There you should not overdo things, right? Okay. According to theory of excellence, 10 years or 10,000 hours. Okay. Now you see what do you mean by child prodigies? Child prodigies. Any of these small kids here can be prodigies of the future. Meaning, by the age of 13 or 14, they are already masters. Here is that Chennai boy at 13, he has become the first grandmaster, youngest grandmaster. And again, last week, another young boy has overtaken him. 11 years, grandmaster, chess grandmaster. Imagine. At 11. And we are proud that both of them are from India. Okay. When you look at these child prodigies, for example, Serena started her tennis at 1.5 years. And Tiger Woods was presented a golf club for his second birthday. Ever since, he has been with golf with him. Okay. Now, when you look at all these talented guys perform, you will say, oh, they are so talented, they are God gifted, they are so lucky. All this. We easily pass these remarks, but we don't know the story behind it. All these child prodigies started very early. Okay, started with the age of 1, 2 or 3 years. By the time they were 13, they had already put in this 10 years of dedicated, purposeful, deliberate practice. Okay, so many children would not have started at 9. Okay, but this child at 13 is already a grandmaster. So that is the difference. There is nothing called God, luck, or talent, or God gift, or anything of the sort. It is only practice, nothing else. Okay. Sam Snead, the famous golfer, said, whenever I worked hard, I was lucky. Now, if all of you want to become lucky, what do you need to do? Work hard. Great. Fine. Okay. Now, what happens when you work hard? When you repeat. Okay. Now, whatever you learn, all your feelings, emotions, whatever you do, whatever you learn, are stored in the neuronal network in the brain. There is a network that connects the nerves. Anything you learn, it gets stored in the brain. Okay. Now, you practice something for 2 months, the storage won't be strong. You lose it quickly. You do it for maybe 10 years or 15 years, the storage will be great. Okay. Anything, let us compare the child prodigy and let us compare great masters, if people have not worked that much, okay, let us consider these two wires, okay. When you practice something for a long time, there is a protein, a fatty protein material thing called myelin that forms over your neurons. Okay? The more you practice, the more you practice, the more you practice for a number of years, the myelin sheathing becomes so thick like this. Compare this to this. Okay? More hard work, your neural network becomes like this. When it is like this, whatever you learn passes through very easily, smoothly. Okay? There won't be any breakage, and whatever you have learned will not leak. Whatever you learn will not leak. All your neurons or the neuronal messages, what you call the signals, will be transmitted smoothly because your myelin sheathing becomes so thick. If you have not done enough work, it will be like this. You will not be efficient. You will not be. So you may lose it. So that's why we say, one great scientist said, all your talents are in your voice. This is the wise invented. All your talent is in your voice. Okay? The more you work, the more you become like this. Work hard. And repeat to get better and better. Right? Fine. And now we come to the greatest, the most important part of this program, the mantra for success in sports. So what is the mantra for success in sports? I will come to that. Yeah, according to me, it is the basic talent. You already understood what talent is. It is perfect practice. Why this perfect has come? You heard of the saying, practice makes man perfect. Why I have to have this? Why I have to change a proverb? Somebody? Purposeful practice, yes. Anybody else? Why this perfect has come? I know you should not strive for perfection. If you strive for perfection, you will stress yourself, put pressure on yourself. So many athletes don't do well sometimes, they choke, they get nervous because they are always striving for perfection. That means they don't want to make any mistakes. Okay? So now, that perfection is different, this perfection is different. What do you mean by perfection? Whatever you learn, anyway.
Yeah, this purposeful practice, like child will think everything. He will go or she will go with a mindset or plan. But where it is the practice session, so it is not according to that. It's a lot of distractions or something. Practice partner and the coach. And these things, how they have to manage, like this happens to everybody maybe. So how to handle these things and how to get out of those situations?
Okay. Can you bring this question up during the question and answers in the end? Okay. So what is perfection now? So all of the skills, whatever we learn, are stored in the basal ganglia, deep inside the limbic system of the brain. Okay. Now, whatever learns it innocently gets stored. The subconscious brain will not question whether you are teaching me right or wrong. Okay. Some coach teaches you something wrong or you practice in a wrong way. So many tennis players, at the age of 20, they find out that they go to an expert coach and the expert coach says that, no, your basic itself is not correct. You already put in 10 years of work, How to unlearn now? Already 10 years of practice done. How to unlearn? The brain has already recorded the wrong way. The subconscious cannot judge. Whatever you are giving it, it will absorb like a sponge. Whatever you give it, it will absorb like a sponge. It doesn't differentiate. Okay? You can use your subconscious brain for the good as well as for the bad. So you should be very careful what you show it. Right? So now, if you have practiced in the wrong manner, with the wrong skills, that is what you are going to become. you are going to make mistakes. It is not going to yield you the best results that you wanted. Okay? That's why I said perfect practice. You don't know whether it is perfect practice or not. You have to ask your coach and you have to find out if you are practicing the right manner. That's what perfect practice means. Then as you practice, your skills improve. You have different skills that you have to work on. As you keep practicing on your skills, they improve. Then that is not enough. You have to put in more and more work. Now, my son was a deputy place who represented India, but not for long. Then, we in Bangalore especially, all the TT players, they go very fast till 10th, fully ambitious. The moment they come to first PUC, they take science, and for the second PUC, what you want to become? I want to get a medal from the AGFI games. I want an engineering seat in Army College. That is their dream. Okay, now when you compare the same kids with the kids in North Bengal, some part of Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra and Delhi, they dedicate themselves to the sport. They are not putting the one leg on one court and another leg on one court. Our children are doing that. We are afraid to turn professionals. Put both the legs in the same court. They are afraid. Okay, so what they do is they put more hours of practice. Our children, even my son, he used to play table tennis in the evening for 3 hours, and for 3 hours, how much result he used to get, that's all. But same Armik Desai, Swami Ghosh, heard of that name Ghosh? My son has beaten him in sub-junior nationals. Okay, he is India player now. Okay, those guys used to practice 6 hours. So the result showed. Who practices more, he gets better. He gets the results. That's what I mean. Okay. So now that is hard work. What hard work is all about. And here comes the most important part: mental toughness. We are not dealt with that, and so important that all of us, most athletes want to be mentally tough. Who doesn't want to be mentally tough? Is there? Okay. Now I will come to this question. What according to you is mental toughness? A layman's answer. Please, I want you to come out with as many answers as possible.
Ability to deliver under pressure.
Okay, sir. Correct. What you said is right. Ability to deliver under pressure. Perfect. Anybody else?
The will.
Anybody?
The willpower.
Pardon?
To bear your failures.
Bear your failures, yes. In spite of all the adversities, hardships, failures, blah blah blah, we continue to struggle. We continue to push. I will get it one day. Right. Anything else? What was called thick skin mentally tough ones. Okay, because don't forget sports. Even in daily life, you will find so many tough people. They don't give up easily. They don't lose. Even children know they will keep fighting. They will not lose. Argument comes, they will not lose. First rank, they will not lose. They want it at all cost. Tough, very tough, thick skin, right? Not sensitive. Common language, layman's description is a person who doesn't give up easily. Right? Who carries on in spite of all the hardships, failures, setbacks, adversities. He continues to strive for greatness. Okay. So all of us strive, so many of us have tried to get tougher, but I will not give up. But it's not that easy. So they have, sorry. This is an external distraction. External distraction. Okay. But they don't get it. In spite of trying, somehow their trait or their basic nature makes them to give up. And they end up saying that I'm mentally very weak. Not tough. You try that way, you can't. However you try, you can't. Why you can't? Anybody? Your life experience, your personality traits, your basic nature is such that you can't toughen it out. And don't worry, there is another way around to get mentally tough. Okay? There is another way to get mentally ABCA, the alphabet C. You follow these 7 C's diligently and automatically you will get tougher. You don't have to consciously try to become tougher. You work on all these things and you find yourself suddenly mentally very tough. You don't want to give up. Okay. The first one is the challenge. Okay. So many of these, always think about the negatives. Their negatives, are not practiced enough. That code is not lucky for me. Never done well the code. That opponent is too strong for me. I'm not in good form. Somehow I'm not able to get the results I want. So thinking negatively, pessimistically, your match has been lost even before it started. That means you can't challenge it. You should challenge it. You should take the challenge. That is the first step towards victory. Take the challenge. Get ready to face it, whatever comes. Okay? That's the first step towards mental toughness. Then I have eaten away the I think here. Commitment. I didn't have breakfast in the morning, I have eaten the I. So, next is the commitment. Commit yourself to the challenge. Okay? Come what? Commit. I will not give up easily. I will not allow the opponent to take easily from my pocket. Let him earn for it. Okay? Guys are like that. I've seen, 1-3 down. The match is almost gone. 5-setter. He will not give up. No. That time only makes it 1-3 down, 2-3, maybe 3-all. It goes decider. It has happened. Amazing. Such a fighting quality they have. Most guys at 1-3 will give up. What will they think normally? Anybody? Yeah.
They think the match is over, so why do we have to play? Just give it up and lose.
Big round of applause for it. Would you like to change it? Change that?
Yeah.
Okay. Never give up. It is always like. And one more advantage. If you 1-3 down, if you give up anyway, it's gone. I hit the ball here and there and lose. Who is the loser? In fact, you are the loser in real terms. You are the loser. Why? Because if you had fought it out, if you had made it 2-3, 3-all, maybe you have lost 4-2 or maybe 4-3. When you play 3 extra games in a pressure situation, it gives you tremendous practice. One match is equal to 20 practice sessions. You gain from that experience. That is why you have to play as many rallies as possible. Correct? Play as much as possible. Okay? Participate in as many matches as possible. Play as many simulated matches as possible. Participate in as many tournaments as possible. Right? You gain. Gain with what? What do you gain?
We gain experience.
Experience. Good. See, he's in the right track. Okay. Now that is all about commitment. Confidence is very important. I don't have to tell you all. When you prepare well, you are confident. When you are confident, it is half success. You just have to work on the remaining half. It doesn't work out that way. Just a saying. Okay. Confidence is very important. Without confidence, you cannot do anything in this world. You agree with me? Okay. Right. Now, then the concentration part. I will also look into that again because these are two very important things for sports psychology. Okay, the courage, you should have the courage to fight it out. Okay, the courage should be there. People who are very courageous, even during pressure situations, they play unbelievable shots. And people wonder, how you could play such a shot in that situation. They have the courage to take on the toughest opponent. The courage should be there within. Some people wonder, the moment, it used to happen when I was playing. Even before we have reached the venue, some boy used to come running and tell, hey, who will play in the semi-finals? It is just in the qualifying round. Already the ties have put to whom you will play in the semi-finals. Hey, you are going to play CP card. So they have told me that the moment they look into the ties, the match is lost even before it has begun. Why? What are they afraid of? The player, correct? The player who is very good, highly seeded, a champion, winning frequently. You are afraid of that player. Okay, you need to have the courage. Whoever it is, I don't care. I don't care who it is. I am only playing the ball. I am challenging the ball. That's all. He may be anybody, but still I am also good. Let me hold on to the challenge. I have the courage to take on the best. Okay, that is courage. You need to have the courage. When you have courage, you will commit yourself. You You don't give up. You have the courage. Let's say any situation doesn't rattle me. No problem. 1, 3 down, no problem. It won't rattle you. Have the courage. Okay. Then, and then the control. What control is this? What we are talking about? What control? First of all, focus on things you can control, the locus of control. You can't control your opponent's game, you can't control the weather, you can't control the referee. Okay, referee is somebody you don't like. You will change it. It is not in your control. You can't control the amount of effort your opponent puts. No. What is it that you can control?
Self-control.
That's it. Only yourself. You want to change anybody? Change yourself first. That is the only thing you have to control. So work on controlling what you can control. That's all. Don't try to control everything. Okay. What's in your control? Then control your behaviors. Very important. Okay. You have to. Your body language is very important for your mental toughness. Okay. They say act as if nothing has happened. If you put your shoulders down, your opponent will understand that he is gone, given it up. Okay, he will become tougher now. If you put it shoulders down, he will become like this, right? So there's a body, you show with the body language that you are given it up. Okay? So now, there you can control your behaviors, become more positive, show the courage, you say, I will give it back to you, kind of thing. And the most important control is the emotional control. Is it important? Yes. We'll look into that afterwards. Okay? Yeah. Now, after having practiced all this, work on all this and consistently work on them. Not for just 1 or 2 tournaments. You work on them consistently so that it becomes a habit with you. Ultimately, you will develop the consistency and you will end up being mentally tough. Okay. Now, coming to mental toughness, I have to give you a few examples. 2002, India toured West Indies, and India was batting. Anil Kumar was a batsman. Mark Dillon was a bowler. He took a ball on his jaw, and the jaw broke. Okay. The doctors had to attend to him. They wired his jaw, and he was had to put the bandage on him. They said 2 days you should not enter the field. But this fellow came from the hospital, then again the West Indies batted. He was sitting watching the game. He could not sit for long because he was biting, fingers were biting. With a bandage face, he went to the ground, took the ball, bowled 13 continuous overs, and he got 1 prized wicket. Who the wicket was? You call Anil Kumar mentally tough. He had the toughness to bear the pain. He said, I know him very well. He says, every foot I put to bowl, he was aching. Jaw broken, imagine. Okay. In another match, English scored so he is no more, but West Indies fast bowler who had a fracture hand. He is no more, right of pneumonia. West Indies fast bowler.
Malcolm Marshall.
No, Malcolm Marshall, thank you. Malcolm Marshall, while fielding, he fractured his left thumb. He is a right-hand bowler. He was bandaged. He was sitting quietly watching. Barry Gomes was batting at 90. He is a very good friend of Big Fellow. He wanted his friend to get 100. Okay. He joined the crease with a bandage thing and helped Barry Gomes to get 100. As if this was not enough, when England batted again, this fellow came on the board with a bandaged hand. With 1 hand, and he also took a catch. Do you believe this? He took a catch. How many wickets did he get? 7 for 53. With 1 hand bandaged. 7 for 53. It's something somebody can't replicate. Great toughness, great mental toughness is possible. So, lot of long distance runners and people who go on marathons need to have that mental toughness. Why? Because the challenges are so big, they have so much pain. They say that we need to have the mental toughness to bear the pain, to complete the marathon. So mental toughness helps you to bear the pain, help you to bear the extreme weather conditions and all those things. Mental toughness is very important for you. Okay, now short time. Anyways, we'll get into self-confidence. What is self-confidence? Is the belief that you can perform your skills and your talents to the best of your ability. Is it any other definition of self-confidence? It's a belief within you. If the self-confidence is also used interchangeably with self-belief, we use it interchangeably with self-belief. Okay. Now, self-confidence is not permanent. A person can be confident in one activity, may not be confident in other things. A brilliant student may not be that confident in his sports. A sportsman can be very superbly confident in his sports and not be that good in his studies. So confidence is dynamic, it varies. Okay, you can be confident in one, may not be confident in the other. Okay, then I remember my childhood friend. His name was Ravi, and he is an engineer. I don't know where he is now. He had this tremendous self-belief in himself. He said, I can do everything. Okay, I would like to say, give you some 3 or 4 examples of what happened. There was a playground in our locality, and we were playing in the middle of the ground. He said, he took a flat object there, and 200 feet away, there is a crossroad. One of our other friends was standing. He said, hey, see, I hit Ravi now. I hit Nagar. He just threw the flat object. It went rolling, hit directly into his hand. How can you make this happen? He said and he did it. And another day, we were playing carom board, doubles. He was my partner. And we had our last one. It was against the frame of the board. Opponent 2 pawns are here, opponent 2 pawns are there. No way I can hit the ball into the pouch. Hey, I hit there. Come on, see. Simply hit it. The pawn bounced and fell into the pouch, hole. It was a miracle. How can we make it happen? We asked him to do it again, he did it. See, sometimes you never know that self-belief can make you do so many things. You heard of incidents where the ladies have lifted the truck to free the child. It is possible. Your brain is so powerful to make it happen for you. Then in another match, we were playing a cricket match, the opponent was about 20 runs short of our target, and no way we could win that match. And he said, hey, give me the ball here, I will make them all out. He took the ball, suddenly within no time, he got 6 wickets, and the opponents were out 5 runs short of our target. He was one of those guys I always remember for his tremendous self-belief. Okay. Now, the important thing is, what can make your self-confidence, put your self-confidence down? How will you say that a person can lose his confidence? What are those factors that can bring down the confidence of a person? One by one.
By
Yes.
losing the match,
Yeah. What happens when you lose a match?
our self-confidence will go down. For the next match, we can lose to an easy person because we lost the control.
We have to change that, okay? You want to change that thinking?
Yeah.
You want to change that, or you will continue like that forever?
I'll change.
You will change it, okay? No problem. Good answer. Okay. Good. See, one of the things is maybe his basic nature, that he's not confident by birth. Okay. Or his upbringing. Okay. He has been shown so many faults. Parents have been always showing him faults, mistakes, and he has never been appreciated for the good deeds he has done. Okay. Then a strict atmosphere. Okay. Then he's always judged for his actions. Okay. Then a lot of life adversities can make you lose your confidence. Okay, in so many families, sudden death of a parent or sudden loss of business and poverty can make those children less confident. Okay, these are the factors that can bring down their confidence. But that is not the end of the world. Confidence is dynamic. When you work on your confidence, there are a lot of exercises we make them do. We teach them so that they gain more confidence. So it is possible to become more confident.
confidence, we can win with players who are equal to us.
It gives you the belief that I can win. Correct? Yeah, your concentration improves. How? When you are confident, you are not too worried. Okay, you are not too doubtful of it. What is the opposite of confidence?
Nervous.
Nervousness, little closer. Doubt, man? Doubt, correct? Confident person doesn't doubt. A person who has self-doubt doesn't have confidence. Okay, if you are in doubt, your confidence gives you that concentration, because for the concentration, you shouldn't think too much negative. So when you are thinking positive, you are confident, okay, your concentration improves. Okay, then confidence gives you hope. Doesn't it give you hope that I will win this match, I will win this tournament? It gives you optimism that I can reach a certain place. Okay, I can become like, I can be the Indian team, I can be the topper, or all these kind of, it gives you hope and optimism. Then it helps you to put more effort. A confident person puts more effort. A person who has lost his motivation finds that it is hopeless, what is the use here? Okay, he will not put more effort. I should have put more effort. Anyway, I am not going to win. So, he will not put effort. A confident person who is ambitious, who believes in what he can do, will go on to put more effort. So, yeah. Then he sets challenging goals for himself. Okay, he sets raises the bar. Okay, and we have our pole vaulter here, who they normally raise the bar for the pole vaulting. Okay, he raises the bar for himself. Okay, and we have our national athlete here, who is going to be a future star. Nihal is here already, and he knows what raising the bar means. For a high jumper, they will keep raising it, to fix that gold medal height, whatever. Okay, it helps you to set challenging goals. Okay, it makes you mentally tougher. As I told you, confidence is one of the factors for mental toughness. It makes you mentally tougher. Okay, then confidence relaxes you. Supposing you are not well prepared, it's always biting at the back of your mind. You don't feel confident at all. When you go out there, you are not feeling confident. You are well prepared, you go there, your shots start coming. How your confidence grows, isn't it? It grows. Okay, yeah. Now, there are two other aspects. Okay, who do you see when you stand in front of a mirror? Who do you see? This is not rocket science I am asking. Ourselves. What do you think of the person you see in the mirror? Negative or positive? If your answer is mostly positive, I am really happy. What the moment you see yourself in the mirror, the person, what do you think about that person? More positive or more negative? Honest answer. We always end up focusing on our weaknesses. Okay, I am not good looking, I am not fair, my nose is not good, I have a long nose, what can I do about it? Okay, I am not beautiful, I am weak in maths, I am dull in studies, I am not good in sports. When they come to counseling, when we give them a sheet, positive and negative, write all your strengths, all your weaknesses. The weaknesses will be like Anjali or Chandi. Your positive strengths will be only so much. How can a person succeed in his life? Okay, now the challenge for us is to raise this tail also. The positive tail. We help them to focus more on their strengths. Make this list also bigger. That is the challenge for us. Okay, so what you see in the mirror is what is your self-image. What do you think about yourself? If you have a poor self-image, how can help you? What do you know about self-esteem? What do you know the esteem card? Self-esteem? In Kannada they call it keel. In Tamil what do you call? Keel. You think about yourself very low. Huh? For those? Huh? No, low self-esteem. Any other language? Telugu, Malayalam, Hindi? What do you call it?
Understanding ourselves.
Yeah. It is all about what you think about yourself and what the others have thought think about you. weak in maths, you are dull, you are lazy, blah blah blah. These are the things which is much worse than putting blows on the person. You beat a person with lathi 100 times, it's okay, you forget it. But these are the, you will never forget. It will make the person, it will program the person. All your programming, all your low self-esteem is because of the programming you had from childhood. So you need to work on these two, the self-image part and the self-esteem part, to get more and more confident. Okay? Just 2 minutes, break time, 2 minutes I will finish it. We will finish this aspect. Okay. Now, how to increase self-confidence? Increase your effort, be more prepared, work on correcting your mistakes. Okay? Then improve your efficiency and accept the results and let your goals be realistic. Okay? More often, we don't accept the result. The first step towards self-awareness is accepting the results that come to us. He said, no, when you lose, if you don't accept the result, it will dent your self-confidence. He only came out with that. No, we are not talking negatively about you. You are not alone. The whole world is like. No, you let not your results undermine you. Okay? Don't make the results bring down your self-worth. Results are just efforts. That they are not failures. They are not for permanent. Any result can change. You can make it change. Okay? So accept the result. Okay? And be kind on yourself. We call ourselves a lot of names because we are losing often. Failure is a big thing. Okay? How can you call yourself failure? It's only one part of your life. You have so many years ahead. You will be doing so many other things in your life. Only in sport, if you are losing half an hour, how can you call yourself a failure? Or is it as bad as great failure or hard failure? No way. It's not that bad. You can't call yourself failures at all. Okay. Now accept that. Be kind to yourself. It's okay. Fine. I lost. So what? I lost. Yeah, I lost. So what? Okay. Then change the way you behave, you think, and you talk. That's one of the important aspects of self-confidence. Just raise your voice, walk and talk more, not aggressively or submissively. Talk more assertively, become more assertive. Okay. Change your body language, change the way you look at things, be more positive. Automatically, self-confidence keeps improving. Okay. Focus always on your strengths. Okay. Develop a positive mindset. If all of these don't work, we are there for you. The counseling and psychotherapy. That is always there. That's the last resort. Okay. Then, great psychoanalysts and counselors and people, psychiatrists said 85% of the psychological issues people go through are because of low self-esteem and low self-image. And so many counseling cases I have handled to so many athletes coming to me. At the bottom of it, they feel low in the self-esteem and self-image. Okay? So many guys don't even believe that they deserve something great. I have seen virtually with my eyes, guys are leading comfortable positions and winning positions, but they lost. Why? Why do they lose? From comfortable position. With their talent, they should be somewhere. The other day, somebody was saying something. I have seen people, miserably fail from great talent to nothing. Nowhere. They have gone into oblivion. They have found nowhere. Okay. But some ordinary people picked up and they become great. Why? Because at the bottom of it, they feel that they don't deserve the best. You always should keep telling yourself, I deserve the best. I deserve the best. Keep repeating, I am the greatest. Muhammad Ali. She started telling everywhere he went, I am the greatest, I am the greatest, I am the greatest. That is what he became. What you think you are, according to your thought, is done unto you. So what do you think from now on? Please, all of you. What shall we think? How shall we think? This is so tough. Positive. Okay, with that, we'll break for me. Thank you. One of our brothers, then he tied a wooden board on top of the tree. Then he asked each one of them, what do you see? Some said we see the branches, some said we see a bird, some said I see the feathers. But Arjuna said, I see the eye of the bird. Then Dronacharya said, you are the most eligible student I have for archery. And Arjuna was known to be a great archer. That is concentration for you. You are able to focus on what they want. Avoid distractions. Bring their focus onto what they want. That is what concentration is all about. Even in younger days, you remember, we used to collect a lot of dry leaves and we used to put a lens on that. Only when the lens, gets the proper focus, the leaves will burn. So, athletes need to concentrate on what is important and block out what is not. What do you call the thing that you block out? What are they called? What is it called?
Distraction.
Oh, distraction. Perfect. Okay. Now, what makes you to lose your concentration? Concentration is also used in other terms like called attention and focus. Okay. It is used interchangeably. What makes you to lose concentration? Two ways.
Break in rhythm.
What is that?
Break in rhythm.
Break in rhythm. Yeah. Again, you will not be able to get back your concentration. Broadly.
Negativity. Focus reading.
Pardon?
Focus is.
No, sir, I will tell you.
Two ways you can lose concentration. I said 2 ways here.
The short-term happiness.
Pardon?
Short-term happiness.
Short-term happiness.
They play mobile games, or laptop that gives you
They
instant.
not already won.
Pardon?
They not already won the game.
Think simple. All big things are simple. Pardon?
Failure and distraction.
Okay. Yeah, that is one part. I come to that. Broadly speaking, what will lead your concentration? Students need to concentrate. Unless they concentrate, they will not be able to understand what they are reading, and they will not be able to. Memory is very much dependent on concentration. Focus. How can the students can be disturbed? Now you will connect better.
Tired.
Yes, that can also happen. Yeah. Broadly speaking, one is the external distractions. Noise, movement, phones, cell phones, people speaking, announcement over the mic, and all the opponent making a lot of nakras, he is wasting his time and creating lot of drama. These are all external distractions. Okay? Maybe there is a cup, there is a chief guest sitting there, your principal is there, your focus is going there. It is an external distraction. What is another one?
Self-distraction.
Pardon?
Self-distraction.
Internal.
Internal. How can you get internally distracted? All you said was the cover internal distraction. It can happen because of your fatigue. You're feeling the pain, you're feeling the injury, it can distract you inside. And mostly it is about that dangerous thing called your negative thinking. All your thoughts. Your point is already gone, but you're still thinking about that point. A big rally and you give away a point. You're still thinking about the point. Okay. And now you are thinking, you see the trophy there placed, it is a final. You see the trophy, already your mind has gone to the trophy and the prize distribution. You are thinking far too ahead. Okay, all your internal thoughts. Somebody said failure, somebody said fatigue, anything of that matter can disturb you. Okay? What you need to do is reduce overthinking, be in the present moment, accept results, just go on. Without concentration, you will make errors. Without concentration, you can also injure yourself. Agree with it? You agree with it? You can also injure yourself without concentration. Okay. Now I have some. Recent paper writing, when it comes to challenge, the secret of Selena's success has been that she has always played with men players throughout her life. Men players to challenge herself to be as good as they are. She can hit the ball as hard as any man player can do. man can do. So you can also challenge yourself, if you can challenge yourself in a three-setter, let us say a tennis game. You can give your smaller opponent one set and try to chase him. Okay? This is how coaches stimulate to challenge the players to lift their game, helping them to come from behind. This is something to add to the challenge what I spoke about. Then, Justin Langer lost Kohli's exemplary focus. Okay, he says Sachin Tendulkar was an incredible cricketer. I used to watch him and it was like he was meditating. He was so calm that while his record is fearless, calm, being calm. Kohli is a great competitor and his concentration is extraordinary for someone to make so many runs as he has. It is incredible, like all the great players have done. When you watch Kohli, you feel that he's always pumped up, energetic, aggressive. But you find that he says that his concentration is exemplary. He is always pumped up. You feel that when you are aggressive, you may lose your concentration. But he has trained himself such a way that he will not lose focus of the game. So, there is some recent, and Mr. Langer also says that Dhoni, he has never seen Dhoni get angry. One of the greatest people you can see in contemporary sport world today is Roger Federer and Dhoni. He says, I've never seen Dhoni get angry. I've seen Sachin get angry, but not Dhoni. How can he manage to be so cool, calm and collected under pressure situations? Incredible person. Okay? You will never see anybody like a monk. The greatest example for calmness and composure. How he does it beyond words. Coming down to emotions runs force. It decides whether you are a failure or whether you are a success or whether you are going to become a champion. It's your emotional control that is very, very important. So we have this inbuilt system called stress response. It's also called as fight or flight response. Anybody heard of it? Fight or flight response? Good. Good, sir. Good. The moment we are threatened, the moment we face danger, lot of psychological and physiological changes take place. Okay? The moment you are under threat, you are very calm, cool and relaxed, working in a table, suddenly a snake comes in. Okay? Suddenly you are sleeping in the night, suddenly the window opens, a robber puts a light and he puts a knife to take away the chain. Okay? What happens? After this event, you are going home, suddenly you put a hand into your pocket, my mobile. What will happen? Please come on, this is an interactive session.
Yeah.
Panic, yes, one more.
Fear.
Please, come on. What happens? You miss the heartbeat. Okay, now you are not used to give public speaking. Then you are thrown into that thing, 1,000 people audience are there. What can happen? I see people choke, unable to express, not one single word came out of their mouth. Yeah, I am a Toastmaster, I saw that happen in Toastmaster. Very dressed man, we were expecting a lot from him, he stood there, he had memorized the whole speech, forgot the whole. Very sorry. Yeah. So this is a fight and flight response. Normally, when you are competing, how do you need to be? We have just mentioned Roger Federer and we just mentioned Dhoni. Take their examples, that is enough. They know very well that whatever happens, if they get worked out, they are going to spoil their performance. Because when you are worked out, your mind and your body changes. Heard of choking? Choking? Okay. Now, I have time. Yeah. This person called Matthew Syed, author of Bounce. Okay. He was a TT player from UK. He was the first TT player from UK to qualify for the Olympics. Actually, it was in Sydney Olympics. And the government did everything for him. They sent trainers, they sent practice partners, physios, everything else they spent so many pounds on him. It happened in Sydney, the whole team had gone for him, and he was always thinking, oh, what support I am getting from the government? I have to do something. What did he think? I have to do. Pressing, I must to do. I shouldn't give up this opportunity. He went there, first match, ordinary player, choked. He couldn't do anything. Okay, his coach came from behind and said, Matthew, you are choked. What happened? There is something called paralysis by analysis. If you overthink, if you think too much, if you are consciously interfering into the I told you in the beginning what conscious interference is. You have to allow things to happen. Your subconscious is a faithful master. It will do it for you. Just because it is a 25 lakh tournament, if you get worked up, your subconscious doesn't understand it is an ordinary club game or a 25 lakh game. It doesn't understand. It treats both as the same thing. So what do you need to do? What do you need to do?
Forget the result.
Forget?
Forget the results.
Forget the result is one of the things.
Trust the process.
Pardon?
Trust the process.
Trust the process. Trust your instincts. Let it happen for you. Allow it to happen for you. Okay. Don't consciously interfere. I told you, I see a lot of KVP players there. It's a decider, it is 9-all. Okay. The services they have got, the surprise services they have got. To understand, players to understand. They try to do it, it doesn't work out. They say, no, in those crucial moments, even the simple service will not work.
My sister is very common for doing that. Whenever in the crucial point like 9-all, she does 2 serves mistakes or she mistakes.
Why only at 9-all? The same serve she would have done in the beginning of the game, what would have happened? She won't make a mistake. Why at 9-all she should make a mistake?
The mind is full of thoughts.
Full of thoughts. So beautiful, see? This is what is affecting all the performance. Mind is full of thoughts. Yes, go on.
They won't be able to think, they'll get confused, should we do this, that.
Why it is happening? Why only at 9-all?
Because it's like
The next 2 points is going to decide about the match.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. So what do you need to do now? See now, the tennis players have a 25 days cancelled actually. But girl, she's a state women's number 20 seed. She's coming to me for consultation. She was saying, sir, I want to come to you 2-3 times this week. I said, I asked why. Because this is a 25 lakh tournament. And there's so much attention for the 25 lakh tournament because it is big money. Okay. We asked her, I tell her not to give over importance to any tournament. Be it a club tournament or a 25 lakh. All you need to do is just return the ball. Do you play tennis different play for 25 lakh tournament? No, the same tennis you play. Just answer the ball. So keep it simple. Okay? I've written a blog called keep it simple, stupid. I said, don't overthink, just kiss. Don't take me otherwise. Okay? Just keep it simple. Just do what you are going to do. Just respond. Don't give anything. Your answer is to give an answer to the ball. That's all. Go on. Keep giving answer. Keep till the point is over. That's it. Keep it simple. Don't overthink. Okay? When you overthink, you tend to choke. Okay. Now this Matthew said when he was covering the Sydney Olympic Games, he was covering the Sydney Winter Games, but not Sydney Olympic Games. After he choked, he was covering the 2004 Winter Games. Okay, there was a speed skater from UK. She was sitting in one corner and she was saying, this is just bloody Olympics. This is just bloody speed skating. I don't care, I don't care. He was shocked. And then after the race, she won the gold medal. Okay. Then he asked her, why were you saying this? She said, how did you want me to think just before my final race? Did you want me to say, oh, this is Olympics, you have tried 15 years of your life dedicated to this, you shouldn't lose this opportunity, you have to win, you must win, don't give up. What will happen, sir? You think that what will happen if you think that way?
We'll get too nervous.
Very nice. What will happen?
They will panic.
We can panic. Why it all happen? You will put unnecessary pressure on you. So what all you guys will do from now on? Whatever tournament it is, whatever the situation it is, are you afraid of failure? most guys are, okay, fear of failure. What is it that you are going to lose? A sense of loss. If I lose, I will be ashamed. What people will think about me. I disappoint my parents who put so much interest in me. Okay. Now, will that help? Okay, it will not help. Okay. So what you need to do, the biggest of all is, can you say, I don't care what happens? Can you? So let all of you should say, you and together should say, I don't care. Say. I don't care what happens. Can you perform saying, I don't care? The day you are able to say, I don't care what happens, but then that day you will start getting results. We take it up. That is the day you will start getting results. What we do is, the moment you want to do something, we want to take conscious control of the situation. The moment you give it to the mind, this analytical thinking mind, the performance goes down the spiral. You have to trust in your inner mind. Please.
I don't care this attitude. I mean, first of all, is it very easy to have that?
I know, I understand.
That is number
I understand.
And also to understand what actually you mean when you say I don't care. So I think you can explain a little bit on that, because for anything in everything, if you say I don't care, then in that case, where is that structured process that you're talking about? Are you following that, or so I have this kind of question.
I would like to ask someone here. Just because you say you don't care, do you really don't care? You have worked so much for that. Just because you say you don't, you just go there and you hit the ball around apathetic, I don't care what happens. Will you do that? No. Why are you doing that? Why are you saying I don't care?
I think it's more about I don't
What?
I think it's more about I don't care. I put in all the effort that I can. I've come to this match today and I'm just going to play my game. I don't care what happens to the result. Or I don't care about those things which I cannot do. It's not like if you didn't care then you would have put in so much effort.
So when you're bringing up a child, okay, I'm talking from a mother's point of view, when your child is just growing, it's not yet reached that age of 17, 18, 19 when you were in adult. When you're growing, what is it that the parent should say? Should the parent inculcate this? Okay, fine. Whatever happens, I don't care. So I don't care is a very, you can have different interpretations.
Yes, there are a lot of steps you need to take care of before you say that.
Exactly.
They have their goals, they have their dreams, they have practiced hard, they want to do well, but last minute you are saying this. Why? Because to confuse your conscious thinking mind. If you say I want it bad, you will put pressure on you. It is just to confuse. That's why the speed skater was saying, this is just bloody Olympics. This is just bloody speed skating. Actually, she doesn't mean it, but she is trying to fool her conscious mind. If you put a spoke into the wheel, thing into the wheel, it will spoil the performance. So, you don't try to confuse the conscious mind. That's the ideal way you need to think. But actually, you don't mean it. What you do there is, I don't care about the result. I just do be with the process, be in the present moment, then give your best, and allow the things to happen, and the best player will win. That's what it means. You say that just to confuse your conscious mind, which is the one that gives you the pressure. That's it.
I just want to add something.
Pardon?
I just want to add something. As parents, we maybe your kid is putting so much effort into whatever he or she is doing, and at the end moment, you as a parent want to take that pressure off, saying, okay, you've done all this, you need to go and enjoy it. No matter what, your parents are not going to love you less or judge you for what the result is. So I think that I don't care is more of getting the pressure off.
Not to be worried about the outcome.
So coming back to emotions, there are 4 emotions that we have ground. The 4 emotions, one is you are dealt with fear, another is anger. Some people use anger to pep themselves up, to motivate themselves up, like John McEnroe used to do. A lot of people are angry. They say, but it is not good on the longer run. It is their style. Okay, they can do it if it works for them. Okay, anger is another one. Do you remember the incident when Mike Tyson bit Hollywfields ear? because he headbutted.
Yes.
This is what anger can do. Recently saw is, he hit an Italian defender's shoulder. And a lot of incidents happen because of anger. Okay, that anger needs to be curbed. It will harm performance. When you are angry, the same fight and flight kicks in, and will hamper your performance. Okay, and another emotion is sadness. Okay, sadness will bring your energy, bring down your hopes, and it doesn't give you that intensity and momentum. So we have to work on the sadness part. Why do you need to become sad? Because we lost the point, we lost the set. Okay, after the tournament, I lost the tournament in first round. I'm sad. It is okay to be sad for a while. After that, you have to.
This next tournament.
Next tournament. Think of the next tournament. What didn't work for me? What I need to do? Or what I need to work on? And move on. That's all. Continue to be sad will not help you. So the next one is the joy of happiness. Joy of happiness. Okay. Now, even too much of joy and happiness celebration during performance is also not good. Okay, in games like golf, where you play maybe in a par 5, you make one chip, it goes and lands just beside 2 feet beside the hole. Now, delighted, you celebrate. The moment you celebrate, your heart beats faster. Your respiration goes up. You get more excited. You try to do the putt, you miss the 2 feet putt. Too much of excitement, too much of celebration is also something not going on. While we are teaching the masters and shooters, we are training them with biofeedback. That's what we tell them, keep success, failure, anything, treat it the same. There is something called emotional intelligence. An emotionally intelligent athlete treats both failures, both success, win, loss, good shot, good thing, they treat it the same, they maintain their composure. That is an emotionally intelligent athlete. Okay, there is something called emotional intelligence in sports. If you come to me, I will teach you what how to maintain your emotional intelligence. That is what you need to maintain. You see a Mahendra Singh Dhoni, he is like a monk, he is the same. Even when he wins the World Cup, he is going there at the back, let the team celebrate. He is never seen in any celebrations. That is how he has maintained it. That's the secret of his success. So be the same under all conditions. Okay. We have dealt with these 4 things. How to avoid choking is don't overthink. Don't be too much after the results. Let the result decide by themselves. Be calm and relaxed. Regulate your emotions. Be in the present. Take one thing at a time. This will avoid choking. Okay. Now with this, I will hand over. Our next speaker is. Our next speaker is Nimrod Von Brockman. He is a sports psychologist and co-founder of Before Private Limited. He is a degree holder in Bachelor of Science in Psychology from University of Israel. He has been awarded as a sports doctor from Israel, an advanced course in sports psychology. He is a fencing coach. He was a fencing coach at Wingate Institute of Sporting Excellence, Israel. He has a multidisciplinary playing experience. He has taken part in triathlon, motocross, badminton, football, para-athletics, climbing, swimming, tennis, sailing, surfing. If I continue like this, the time allotted for him will be over. I can't continue, I'm sorry. He has been practicing as a mental conditioning coach in Netkalapa Aquatic Center, Central Road, Bangalore. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Montfort.
I will try. Hello everybody, thank you Vishwa for giving me this opportunity to talk, and I'm really happy. It's been a lot that you have the passion and the will to do the effort even on Sunday to listen and to improve yourself. Let me know if I need this.
Can you get a little further? It's fine.
speak today about stress, pressure.
Check.
So I've been asked to talk about stress, pressure, expectation. And first of all, I would like to hear what you know, guys, about stress and pressure. What does it mean for you? How do you feel it? When do you feel it? Anyone?
Just before the match.
Just before the match?
Just before the match, during crucial time.
What would you feel?
Maybe I start thinking too much about the opponent, environment, and how I practiced last week. Maybe I did not know last week practice something.
Who had a match in the last few weeks that you participated in the match?
Anybody play a match in the last few weeks? Please raise your hand.
Yeah, do you want to? Did you feel stress? Good. And you?
Yeah. In the last few days, I played a tournament.
And did you feel any stress, pressure? No, good.
Yeah, because the league match, so I was not understanding pressure, but it was a state ranking tournament, then there's more pressure.
How do you know that you are feeling pressure? Symptoms, what do you feel?
I don't know, not confident enough to win the match.
Okay, do something with your hands. What does it mean? What is it? Okay. For you, did you ever feel stress or pressure? How do you know? How do you feel?
I don't know where the name of my screen, like my state, there's a quick ball opponent, too confident. I play a match, like first 2 balls, I play with friend, and we are just 2 balls a lead, I'm not in second. That's like what's going on, like I'll be panicking. Like thinking of the weekend.
Okay. Anyone ever felt his heart start to beat really strong? If anyone felt it, raise your hand. Okay. Anyone felt a butterfly in the stomach? Yeah, I see. It's the Indian food or just the pressure? Okay. Anyone felt like a weak leg that you can't stand on? It's like, and you maybe want to sit a little bit because you. So all of these symptoms actually is for you. It's going to help you. And the way I will explain today stress and pressure is a positive stress. How can we accept stress as something that works for us and not our enemy? Usually, most of us will think, oh no, the stress is coming, I can feel it. Maybe today it will not come. I hope that somehow, at the crucial moment, it will disappear. I really don't want to handle it. I hope tomorrow morning in my match, it will not come. But it will come. And every match, every tournament, again, all my hopes, all my prayers, all my preparations, and stress came again. And again, limited my performance. Before I will explain positive stress, I want to explain one more thing that actually this one we are talking about, perception. Who know what is it, perception?
Expectation.
Expectation is part of it, yeah?
This is what will happen.
Prejudice.
Okay.
The way you see things.
The way?
Some things.
The way I see things. So basically, the way we function, we get information from the outside world of using our senses or from inside. which also come from our senses. Then we create an image, the way we see things. The way we created this image will create the way we will function. If I see a good image that gives me power, gives me strength, gives me confidence, this is how I will perform. If I collected information and I decided that the image now is really bad and it's against me, it will be much more difficult for me to perform. Perception is how we collect all the information into this image. Who decides about this image?
What the image is talking to mind.
Your mind. Okay, good. More? Who decides this image? How it will look like?
Internal and external, both are involved.
Yeah, correct. Else, more answers. How this image being
Outside.
great thoughts. Okay, more.
The previous experiences.
Previous experiences is really important, and we'll see how to use them for us and again not against us. More? More answers? So if I will take all these answers, actually we are the one who creates the image. It's not my parents, it's not my coach, it's only me. They can influence, they will add information into my image, but at the end of the day it's my image. I was working with the Israeli fencing surfing Olympic Federation. I had two surfers, top 10 in the world. One of them already won Olympic medal, and the other one had 3 medals from World Championship. Brilliant athletes, they know what they are doing. One of them were a little bit better. He could win more and more competitions. In surfing there is only one card for Olympic Games from each country. So both of them continuously for 3 Olympic Games were competing against each other to have this Olympic card. One of them continuously won the card. What he did differently from the other? Anyone can guess?
I think it's self-image.
Self-image, more. This is the correct one. Anything else? He learned from previous experiences, and I will say he used the previous experiences to motivate himself more.
Perception.
Of course, his perception towards an extremely crucial competition where let me do it, I want to do it, please. Where is the challenge? Let me go. The other one where just a minute. My board should be organized like that, and the coach should give me this kind of things. And wait, he cannot interrupt. And this guy cannot say this kind of things. Only if all of these things happen, then I can perform. He created an image inside him that only if a long list of things happening, then he can perform. And I'm talking about the top athletes, 3 medals from the World Championship. While the other one, his perception were much simple. Let me do it. Let's go for that. This is my challenge. I will show everyone that I can do it. Perception is something that we create. It doesn't matter the environment. The coach can say bad words towards me, and this is what I told you earlier. Ronaldo, first coach, told him, please, leave, you can go. You are not belong to this ground, you can't play football. Not that you are not good enough, not maybe you will wait on the bench sometimes and you need to work hard and then you can play. Football and Ronaldo can't go together. How come he is number 1 today? External stimulation is one thing, but the way we perceive them, what we are doing and how we create an image is what is important. So now let me talk about positive stress.
See now, the intervention technique most sports psychologists have been using for maybe let's say for a century is that I told you know how emotions affect sport. Okay, you should competitive environment. So you need to be able to regulate your emotions. So most sports psychologists teach the athletes how to regulate, to deep breathing, changing their mindset, and relaxing their muscles and all that. But in certain sports like wrestling and boxing, you should not regulate too much. You need that arousal, that psych up. You need that psych up. Okay, to do the boxing or the wrestling. But even otherwise, in a sport, in a common sport, not all guys will be hyper active, hyper alert, where they need to be cooled down or asked to regulate their emotions. Some are always aggressive. It is through aggression that they get their performance. So what Mark was telling me in the discussion is that you can't use the same thing to everyone. You can't ask everyone to regulate their emotions and become calm at that instant. So the latest thinking, the latest intervention technique that is being followed is that for certain guys, they are made to use their stress in a positive way. Let's say, instead of thinking that I'm becoming nervous, you can always think that I'm very excited. I'm excited for the speech. I'm excited for the upcoming jump or whatever. It's pumping me up. I'm enthusiastic. I'm feeling very enthusiastic. So it is pushing me towards achievement. So look, when I was saying these words, I felt that from myself. So they are taught to use that stress positively towards achievement. Please.
How do we do it? How do we use stress that make our body feel really uncomfortable, really loose, really shaky for peak performance?
How do you use the positive stress?
So first, what is
challenging ourselves?
This is one answer. Any more ideas?
So meditation.
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 You should look at it in a different perception. Seeing that you're nervous, you're butterflies, my body is preparing for the challenge. My body and mind are preparing for the challenge. You look at it in a different way.
So there is a research psychologists did, and they found that actually the cycle of performance should start with this stress. What is this stress? We have two systems, the parasympathetic system and the sympathetic system. Parasympathetic system is when we are resting. Now you are listening to what you are saying, you are sitting nicely resting. Parasympathetic is working. The blood is going to the abdomen, to the stomach, to recovery, all small parts of the body. But when we need to perform, we want our blood in our hands, in the legs. So the heart starts to beat faster. That's why we feel it. There is a signal from the brain saying, okay, we are about to perform something big. We need to get ready. How do we get ready? More blood, more oxygen into the body so we will be able to do the functions we need. Run, jump,
more adrenaline, more cortisol.
And then we getting this kick of adrenaline. This kick of adrenaline, for some of us feel too much, overwhelming. This when we feel sometimes our emotions is too much, and actually what is happening, each blood cell at that moment can transfer much more oxygen. And in a research they found that when we feel stress, actually there's much more oxygen in our system. Our blood cells can transfer the oxygen much more efficient. All the symptoms you feel and you think, oh no, again stress is coming, I don't want to do it, why again? Actually our body is just getting ready. And for top performance that I saw, if they utilize it, they can perform not really good, but much better than they can do in training. This stress is actually positive, it's working for us, we will be able to perform much better than training, in a way that we can't believe. This is why Michael Jordan could score the last moment, because his perception was, I don't mind to miss. Mostly I'm missing my shots. Small percentage, it's inside. I'm okay with that. Let me try. Let's see what's gonna happen today. And we all know what happened with Michael Jordan in his last moment shots. Many of them were in. What I'm explaining with this kind of perception towards stress is the beginning of the cycle of the mental warm-up.
On behalf of the audience, can I ask you how we can use our stress positively?
So,
how we, at the time of, just before the performance, we are aroused or they have a lot of arousal, we are very much excited, heart is beating faster, respiration is happening faster, mind is feeling too fast or hyper alert. How we can use this positive stress positively towards performance?
Let's understand that first we want to put a routine. What does a routine mean? Now I don't need to think too much because, as you say, overthinking will confuse me last moment. I did so good preparation and last moment I got confused. A routine puts me in track. I know exactly what to do. It's like driving, as you explained. I don't need to think about it. I just automatically do it. What is the phases of a good routine? Each sport, we will do it differently, but the structure is first to accept. Accept that I am feeling the stress. Accept that I can enjoy the stress. This is why we are at it, because we are getting excited of performing. Otherwise we will watch TV, we will play PlayStation. Whoever plays sport knows what does it mean to play sport and the excitement that we enjoy it so much. So even when it's a crucial moment, let's accept this excitement. Let's enjoy this tingling feeling, this leg that preparing itself for the performance, the heart, the stomach, all of these symptoms we should accept. What can we do to accept? First, think positively that all the symptoms, I can be happy about it. A big smile and also long exhalation. I'm smiling. Long exhalation. And again I can smile and exhale long to feel, not to resist to these symptoms, not to say, oh no, I don't want them, and now they will come even stronger. Exactly the opposite. I want them to come. I can feel now my blood pressure is going up. I can feel my hands becoming...
Long acceleration.
Exhalation. Yeah. I'm smiling, I'm enjoying all the symptoms, and I'm exhaling long to accept this feeling. What most of us will do, we'll try not to accept this moment and try to fight it.
We try to side down. It's wrong, he says.
Exactly.
We have to use these symptoms of pressure as a positive thing. And your body and mind is preparing you towards higher deeds, you are excited that I want to go there and just give it all. Using it as a positive thing. Why that happens is because we can't cite down all people. Each one is different. Okay. So each one has a level where it is called as inverted U hypothesis. You know at what level you can take your stress, beyond which it will hamper your performance. Beyond which if you take your choke, muscles will become tight, you will not perform. To what level you can take your stress up to. If you are aggressive, you are taking a stress too long, you will tell me, no sir, I have to be like this to perform. I should not calm myself down. You know yourself. There is a limit to which where you can take it. Beyond that, it is harmful. And we can't psych up people who are different. We have to psych them down. They understand. If I am psyched up, I will not perform. I will become much better. Yes.
When do we choke? When we don't accept that we can handle stress. Then one function, one system of the body is pumping everything and getting ready, while the other function is trying to suppress everything. And then it gets stuck. And then the body don't know what to do, the mind, the brain don't know what to do. Shall I explode now or shall I wait? Shall I relax or shall I be aroused? I don't know. I got confused. If I'm accepting that now it's a crucial moment, I'm doing sport exactly for this moment. That I can feel my body, I can feel everything is getting ready. At that moment we need to let go. Also you mentioned it, I don't care. This is exactly the moment when we want to say, I'm okay with whatever will happen. We can't choose what will be the result. If we could choose it, not interesting. This is why again we are competing. In exams at school we can choose. If I study enough, I will get the 100. If I don't study, I will get less. It's really simple. In sport competition, I don't know. We don't know if this time I will win or someone else will win. Just recently, Federer lost. He didn't know it in advance, obviously. Let go. The let go is really, really important. As we spoke, the stress is adrenaline kick when we feel everything. The let go is changing the cycle to dopamine. Dopamine is a reward pathway where I can feel positive about myself. The let go, how do I do it? First, I know that I can do what I need to do. I need to bet, I will bet, I need to bowl. I did it thousands of times. I can do it. It's a simple task, but I know that I can do it. It's not my first time here. In the same phase of let go, it's also important to feel the body is relaxing. And when I say relaxing, it's not necessarily lying down and don't do anything. It's to feel that I'm not walking like that before the match. I can be free. I can feel my shoulders free. I can speak with people. I'm not hiding in the corner, not to talk with anyone. Okay, all of these things is part of the let go. It's important to socialize before the match, not to hide yourself.
I have a question on that.
We have the audience subject. Sorry, one more. Please go ahead.
Socialize before performance. There are very great athletes, sports people, before the performance, they shut the performance. They put music.
True.
And create their own inner environment.
This is.
And I'm talking about world champions. They have a process to de-stress for the performance. They cut themselves from. How does that work with what you're saying to socialize?
Because we are talking about young athletes, I prefer to educate them to socialize. The professional athletes which close themselves in a bubble, they do it to eliminate all external stimulation and open up only when they are stepping on court. This is also good. I would not recommend to do it from a young age. Because then you need to hide yourself and every small thing, some coach will come and interrupt you in the middle and then you are out. It's better that the athlete can talk, feel free, feel confident to speak with everyone. Next stage, trust. I need to tell myself, after I know that I can do it, what exactly I need to do. Okay, if I can do it, but what I need to do. Okay? If I'm a bowler, I will have 6 balls. In these 6 balls, I can visualize. And this is the moment that we will train you for positive visualization to see exactly what you want to do. Not what you don't want to do, what you want to do. At that crucial moments, our brain is a little bit tricky. If we will tell ourselves not to do something, he will still do it because this is what he has in his mind. If you will tell him what to do exactly, this is what he will do. So in this...
Normally we are thinking of the win. Everybody wants to win. You can look at the win in a different manner. If you think of the win, you will become nervous, anxious while you are playing. Okay, you will doubt yourself, you put pressure on you. You look at win in a different manner. You look at win in WIN. What do I do now? It's when you are under pressure, you are choking, you don't know what to think. You have to bring yourself back to the moment. How do you do that? Take a deep breath and ask yourself, don't think about that thing. Okay, think about what do I do now? What I now? What is important now? The moment you say that, the brain will give you ideas. What I should be doing now. Some strategy is not working, means that she attacking the backhand, change it to cover your backhand and go, make her to concentrate on your forehand. The brain will tell you that. It's a feedback.
So this is while we are performing, our mind should be in the crucial moment. And because we did our preparation, he will give us automatically the right instructions. In training, this is what we want to master. The ability to be in the moment. Obviously, we're learning some techniques, we're learning some skills, we're learning tactics of the game. But parallel to all this training, we also want to do the mental training of being able to stay in the moment. Now I'm learning a new movement, okay? It doesn't matter what I already know, it doesn't matter what the other one do. Now I'm doing new movement. That's all I do. Now I'm playing a practice match. I'm only practicing. And I'm only here. And I'm not thinking about lunch after that. I'm not thinking, oh, this guy and this, I don't like him, I like him, I already won him. All of these thoughts will come also in the crucial moment. So in training it's really important to continuously train yourself to be in the moment. So you can master it and you know that you can trust yourself in the crucial moments.
Teach you doing
Last phase, remember it's a routine, it's a cycle. You can always come back to the beginning, except because maybe it's a crucial point now and you again overwhelming or too stressed. So again you accept that this is your feeling, you let go, it's just another point. I know I did many of them. I trust myself, I know that exactly what I need to do in this point. And all I need to do now is to be in this point. Okay? So this cycle is something that I can do as a warm-up, as a mental warm-up, but it also can be during my performance, before my serve, before my ball, before my crucial moment. Question?
This cycle of performance, is it related to the concept of flow?
Thank you. I don't want to speak too much. I have a limited time, but yes, I'm using this performance cycle as part of the flow state of mind. I have 2 minutes.
Can we address that after the session? Maybe? We will stay back. Anybody have much questions to answer?
Okay, you can come.
Okay, let us finish the scheduled part first. Okay.
So once mentally I'm in this cycle, it doesn't matter the external stimulation. It doesn't matter the expectation. Because now I'm doing the steps towards the peak of the mountain. I will reach there. Because I'm trusting myself, I know that I will be there. So whatever expectation I have, expectations are good. Again, it's not an enemy. If my expectation is to be in the Olympics and represent India, if my expectation is to be world champion, it's great expectation. I don't need to suppress it. Again, it will become a conflict between me and myself, and I will become my own enemy. Yes, I want high expectation, it's good, but what do I need to do now? It's like a marathon. It's like hiking the Mountain Everest. I can't just wake up on the top. I need to do step by step, step by step. I will have the challenges on the way. Maybe it's the beginning, maybe it's the end. But if I will concentrate on what do I need to do now, I will reach the peak. So again, and I will finish with that, expectations are great. Stress is even better because both of them, if we perceive as something that can make me perform even better, and I keep the mental performance cycle nothing can disturb me. And mentally I will be really resilient to whatever will come. And more than that, I will tell you, accidentally, you will overcome big challenges. So training, you should train when you feel uncomfortable and for unknown situations. Because these two will come on the competition day. If I'm training and everything is comfort for me, and I'm training only the things that I like, the first thing in the competition that will not look like the way I want it, I will fail. So training, and this was the hard work, because I want to train when it's uncomfortable, when the sun is exactly in front of my eyes, when the floor is broken, when I'm really tired, and I want to train in for unknown situations, because I don't know in the match day what will surprise me. Thank you.
Wonderful tips. So, expectations are inevitable part of competition. No expectation, no pressure, but we can't remove expectation and keep it aside. It's a part of competition, but even with expectation, you need to do what you need to do at that moment. Unless you know, your expectations will not be fulfilled. Expectation will come after the contest is over. That's when you realize that you have justice to your expectations or not. But what you have to do now, you have to do, just do it, just like Nikki says. Okay, our next speaker is was a football player who was very high ambitions of making it into the Indian football team and wanted to become a football star. But unfortunately, an injury and a later wrong surgery robbed him of his ambitions and goals, aspirations, and but still he was unable to walk. The wrong surgery crippled him, but he challenged himself and came out with his rehabilitation, and he switched to yoga. And what yoga helped him and helping the society at large, even the athletes, and what was his experience, what was his journey. Let us hear from Mr. Puneet, who is going to be our
Thanks so much. Firstly, thank you so much, Mr. Suman, and Mr. Vishwanath sir, and Mr. Mon. And thank you all for coming, because I know every kid these days wants to be a champion and prepare for pushing it so much, but making an effort to come here in itself, I think you all can hear me? Yes. So I would like everybody, each one of you, to give a big round of applause for each other. So because including adults, kids, they like to sleep late and get up late, but you all made an effort to come here because you know something is there to learn, right? And again, I'll introduce myself. My name is Puneet. I'm 31 years old. I'm a yoga teacher. I do yoga academy in Kothmangala. And trying to stick back to basics of what yoga taught us. In the first place, how many of you practice yoga? Only adults here, all the parents? Regularly, or once in 21st of yoga day. How many of you regularly practice yoga? Even if it can be just sitting for 2 minutes and breathing. How many of you think yoga is helpful? Is helpful? Yes? I like more of an interactive session. How is it helpful? Mentally, physically, spiritually, all kinds. So, like that, as a kid, I'm going to share my story as such, and I'm going to tell you what are the things that a professional sports person goes through and how relating yoga can also help you become a better athlete. See, these days I teach yoga. So how many of you follow football? ISL, Indian Super League? Okay. Everybody from Bangalore? So which is the favorite team? DFC? So is my favorite team, but I work for Atletico Kolkata, ATK. So I teach yoga primarily to all these professional athletes, because training in one direction is always good. You're training a lot of scientific things that both the sports psychologists spoke about, but sometimes it's just taking a step back and just reanalyzing and going forward will help. So in the 90s, that particular disease was, what do you say, not easy to eradicate and stuff, so it was inherited. So I had a lot of health issues growing up in itself. So whatever I used to eat never used to get into my body. So it took some time to analyze it, and I started having a lot of pus formation, so I had to skip a year of school for that, and that is when I got into yoga. And we had a guru, and he taught me a lot of kriyas. Kriyas are processes to strengthen your body from inside and mind. A lot of pranayama, which I know a lot of us don't practice these days. So within a span of 3-4 months or maybe 6 months, I got better. I started getting better from inside, and yoga obviously that time practicing at home. And I think in the 90s we never came out and also spoke about we practice yoga because it was also looked down upon in the 90s, early 2000s. So then I got into football. I grew up in a school where football was a cultural thing, and a lot of professional athletes have made it to the Indian team and stuff. And Bangalore, we actually have a lot of talent as such. And talent and how hardworking everything is being spoken about. So what happened within, again, a span of 6 months, where I was down and out at 4th grade, 5th grade with tuberculosis. I did not understand the magnitude of it, but my parents thought, okay, this guy might not survive and all these things. So medically it wasn't, I could not heal it. Then a miracle through yoga again happened. And then what happened, I had a small hump here, so I lost hair here, and something grew like that. I don't know how to speak explain that in English. Where the snakes live, what is that called in English? Snakes live. And so something like that grew up. Imagine I'm in 6th grade, I have like a supandi, you read Tinkle book? So something like that. So my confidence was destroyed. So I didn't know, I could not show my face. Whenever at home, parents didn't know how to react. We go to a doctor, they say, medically they don't know what else to do. So again, through yoga, continuing yoga. When I say yoga is not just stretching and doing things. Physical transformation is the easiest thing one can achieve or overcome. But a lot of things was about the mind, a lot of things was cleansing your body from inside. So again, within a span of 1 year, I overcame that. Everything became normal. There was no hair transplant, it was all natural hair these days. So I got into football, continued, and from then on, it was only upward spiral. I started playing really well, and everybody knew, okay, this is one guy from our school who will make it to the national team or football clubs and everything. But 10th grade over, 11th grade over, 12th grade when opportunities started coming. But the problem, early 2000, I'm talking about 2007, 6ish, in football or athletics, we didn't know what next. We played for the youth, Karnataka under 19 team, under 16 teams. We didn't know what is the next platform. We did not have because parents also want, if they investing money and time in you, they want some amount of returns and stuff. But we don't know how to make a career out of it. So all these things were there, and that is when my name was started to doing rounds in Bangalore football circuit. And just to introduce, he is one of the best footballers that Bangalore has ever found. And it's just that a lot of us, what happens, we think we can't make it as a player, or because of circumstances, we end up taking different routes. And at least it's made a comeback to talk about sports psychology. He's given this platform for all these people. So, big round of applause. In the meantime, in the football tournament, so this is what happened to me. A player came and hit my knee.
Stamping it is called technically. Stamping.
So, this is just to injure another player, and my knee was broken. So, I tore my ACL, and that is when I was already coming up through the ranks. My name was doing rounds and stuff. And with the ACL ligament injury, I continued playing because there's 8 members that were selected to play for India under 19. There's a place called XLRA, Hennur, anybody from Hennur side? So they selected 8 members. That was the first time that football used to be played at the night and stuff. So I hit my injury. That was the biggest foolish thing that I did because I wanted instantly to play for Swim High. So what I did, I continued playing with all this creep band around. I hit my injury. December 26th, we had to leave for Dubai to represent India. I always prided myself to wear an Indian jersey. And November 13th was my surgery. And this is what the doctor said. He said, you do a surgery today, keyhole surgery, tomorrow you're 70% fit, day after tomorrow you can play. The surgery went wrong. For 2 years of my life, I had to live and had to limp and walk because he put the screws in the wrong place. So I could not make my knee straight. So if I had to make my knee straight, I had to use my hand and do that. So I get the noise. So then onwards it was only, what do you say, you can understand the confidence of because I had already made a decision to make my life a sports person's life, and education had taken a back seat, even though it was pretty decent in science and stuff. Anybody can relate to it, or?
I just want to narrate a simple incident. While he had that wrong surgery done on him, one Saturday night I get a call from Pune. We used to cycle together. So he was like, Suman, can we go to Nandi Hills? I said, sure, why not? So with that 1.5 feet, so he climbed up the peak. I couldn't go all the way up. I was really tired. Wow. He had a gate bike that time. I had a very simple non-gate bike. So I was at the base of Nandi Hills. We started from Indranagar. Yeah, it took almost 1.5 hours to reach Nandi Hills. That was my first longest trip, almost 50 kilometers. Then he went all the way uphill. I was just like shocked whether he's okay, or I was wondering what's happening with him. I just rushed it for some time. Then he comes back. He said, okay, fine, I'm good to go. Let's go back. So we covered almost 100 kilometers. In about 5 to 6 hours time, 140, yeah.
Is one way.
Yeah, 140 kilometers. So I would say like the drive that he had in him, okay, it was really appreciated at that point in time.
So, thank you so much. So all this happened, and in fact that is one such day. What we do is we training wise, we just push in one way, and I know all I thought was that if I keep doing the same thing over and over again, I'm getting better, I'm strengthening. There's no scientific training behind me. I only know one way of training. And I've forgotten what yoga had taught me as a kid. I wanted to be a star, all these things, like the Virat Kohli attitude I had. But I knew I'm very disciplined that way, always training. First in the ground, last to go out of the ground. Everything was fine. But what happened, this injury had happened. I could not walk for at least 2 years. And I mean, the team got to know that I was injured and stuff. After which, I started putting on weight. I tried training, I tried doing everything, I just couldn't make my knees straight. So this was the thing. So for which I had to undergo another surgery. And after the surgery, I had already missed out 3 years of my sports career. So all the scientific training has started, a lot of players are getting, and BFC had already made inroads into Bangalore. Now we know something to look up to. But I missed out on 3 years. After 2 surgeries later, I could run, walk around, which I wanted. Every day I used to pray for 4 years of my life. Just go in front of we all have the connection with the God. Some days I just ask, I just want to run, play football, and you know that how much I put in, how much effort has gone into it. I get better, start running, it gets locked. And again come back next day, just pray, telling all I want is to walk easily, no sports, no nothing. Maybe I'm not meant to be a sports person. I just want to live a happy, healthy life. I want to walk freely. 2 surgeries later, I tried playing, making a comeback. I made it to the super division team, started playing, coming up to the ranks again. But I missed out on 3-4 years of active football. I get another injury. So that is when my dreams were shattered. I got into, I wouldn't say depression, because depression is a word that is so overly used these days. Depression is a very bad state of mind that can get into. If you're feeling low, that is not depression at all. It's just feeling low, feeling high, feeling low is part of our. But I know I was on the path to hit the rock bottom. What happened after my 2 surgeries, I just wanted to walk, and I got into a call center. I wanted to earn some money and stuff. I used to work in the night shift, got into a lot of bad habits and stuff. That is when I'm walking, my knee gets locked. So I had a meniscus tear. So I'm just walking in the market or anything, my knee gets locked, and I can't move, it's locked. I'm in the momentum, I can't, it's locked. I have to sit wherever I am and just unlock. You seen that robo movie? Chitti, what is it? Chitti. 2 point. No key. I have to analyze and just get up for that. So all these things happen. That is when I met my guru. But deep inside, I'll tell you, even then when mind was covered with a lot of darkness, physically I could. See, I'm a farmer also, I do a lot of farming. At the age when you are 21, 22, where you are fit and stuff, I could not bend my knee like that. So for me, that I put a chair wherever I go. And my parents sit on the floor. It's a very good habit to sit on the floor. Just to remind you. It started affecting me. What am I doing? I'm 21, 22, I can't do anything. So all these things. I met my guru. So what I'm trying to say is a lot of things can happen in different directions. If you're trying to become a sports person, not even if you don't happen to become, it is fine. All the training that you've done can help you become something else also. You understand? So I met my guru, he guided me, and I told yoga is my first love any which way. I started analyzing what yoga stands for. These days, a lot of stretching and everything, asana bit is very good. The very sutra says, what is yoga? How many sutras are there? Anyone? Any yoga student here who studied yoga as a subject? Where is yoga from?
India.
Loudly.
India.
Sure? Sure. Because these days we have a lot of outsiders now. When I say outside, it's a worldwide phenomenon. What's happening? We are not teaching yoga enough. That's why people, yoga specialists are coming from outside, which is a good thing also. They have learned our culture, but as much as we don't practice also, yoga is a cultural thing here. A lot of you, even without practice, yoga is already inbuilt. So, what does yoga say? Yoga, chitta vritti nirodha. What is yoga? Yoga is something that keeps all the distractions away, keeps your mind still. All the explanation that happened here, Sir said, I think, to stay still, winning or losing doesn't affect you. Very word yoga says, Sthita Prajna. Why do you do yoga practice? To have your awareness at a center point. Not getting affected. Somebody is coming and praising you. Even though you know, okay, you played average game and you won a game which is a routine for you. They're just praising you, and sometimes you tend to lose control of yourself. But deep inside, if you're practicing yoga, if you're meditating, you know that's the routine thing, which is a normal thing for me. Or you lose, somebody's just trying to put you down, you're trying to tell you're not good enough, you're aging, you're all these things, but deep inside again, you know, because you're so aware of yourself. Yes, no? Yes. So all these things, so how many of you all from now on will help yourself and your kids also practice yoga? No? Anyways, please practice yoga, and now we're going to give a small demonstration.
So Punit's inspiring, tragic but yet inspiring life story, what to understand is that disability is only in the mind. And if you mind it, you can come out of any disability. Yes. And yoga is not just for the body, as he said, it's a whole holistic spiritual thing. You always perform yoga with awareness of your breathing. And yoga is also a sutra for the mind. There is something called yoga psychology. Now, Mr. Punit has done a lot of work on yoga and psychology, how it helps our psyche, and a lot of asanas meant for concentration and other things, starting from Trataka. Any of you know about Trataka? Bindu Trataka, Jyoti Trataka. Further, Jyoti Trataka is focusing on the light. These are basic exercises of concentration. Then comes your Vrikshasana and all these things. And we are fortunate to have him here today, and his stories are going to demonstrate certain exercises he's going to make them perform on the mind, especially on the mind or regular asanas also.
Simple as that. Any asana you do, in fact, who's the father of yoga? Because we all are Indian. Patanjali? Baba Ramdev? Yogananda Paramahamsa? Very good. See, at least
Bikram yoga from the west.
Kino yoga. So, okay, it is considered to be Sri Patanjali. See, Patanjali, sometimes when your intentions are eternal, no, that will always be there for everybody to cherish and experience. So, in 196 sutras, I'm just giving a little bit of jnana about yoga. Only 3 sutras talk about asana. They say, okay, you do asana practice to sit comfortably and meditate. That is the purpose of you stretching and all that. Sometimes in that process, okay, we take it here and there, trying to touch our feet from behind, which is good. You're mastering your body. But the intention should always to calm your mind down. In simple words, what is yoga? Yoga is a skill to calm the mind down. Simple as that. So when the minds are calm, I as a footballer, I'm the most aggressive guy, probably. Very aggressive. Which was fine, it worked for me as a footballer. But sometimes you know the techniques to calm your mind down. As a sports person, your longevity will be very good. So now we're going to see easily, distraction is very easy. So please bring a mat. How many Kids, has anybody done one session of yoga? All the kids here? So first of all, I have athletes. All the athletes are here. What sports?
Any athletes or athletes in the sense?
I have
sports person to play any sport.
Any sports? Any sports? There's one of those sports. Table tennis.
Yes.
Lovely. See, sports person are themselves representative for the family, for the community around. So that's an automatic winner there. You don't have to go on that 1, 2, 3 stage and stand and take one photo. That is good, but you're automatically winner just by sitting here and attending the session where everybody else is watching. Oh. So we press for time. I think you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. There's so much to do with the mind than physical body alone. Physical body is very, very easy to transform. So we just show a few basic asanas. Even if you pick up one asana and try to introduce that into your life, the effort that you all have put to come in here, you all have put to come in here will be worth it. And I won't say the name of the asana, you all will have to. Anybody knows how to do Surya Namaskara? Very good. Please, you've been very active. I like you already. Please give a small demo of Surya Namaskara. Give a demo, Martin. Sure. While you remove the shoes, just give a small demo of Surya Namaskara. Just this alone, in fact, I teach same thing for all these professional athletes. I work in Sri Lanka, Malaysia. I teach yoga to professional athletes there. In Sri Lanka, rugby players I used to teach. And in India, DFC few players come and Atletico Portugal, 80K. I want some of the guys who've been training so much, thighs are so big, hamstrings are so big. Simple asanas are very tough to do. So, traditional. I'll ask you a few questions, you can observe few things. What asana is it, anyone?
Parvatasana. Parvatasana.
Adho Svanasana or Parvatasana. Very good. This one stretch, because as an athlete, when I wanted to be a footballer, I did very little stretching. Such important thing. With stretching comes your breathing, and if your breathing is very aware, what you do, if you're inhaling correctly and exhaling correctly, that in itself, the amount of injuries that you can avoid is humongous. So, okay, continue.
You use flexibility automatically. You don't injure yourself.
Very good. Simple as that. So this is just half a round of Surya Namaskara. Just do. Yeah, you do the way you do school teaching. Again, there is no the flexibility needed for the where body is a mind. Very good. A flexible, fit, happy body is a side effect of yoga practice. What is the main effect of yoga practice? Calm mind. Do you think in this scenario, in the society that we live in right now, calmness is required or more aggression is required? Everybody is aggressive these days. They want to hit each other. At least the media shows all these things. So, one round of Surya Namaskara. Very good. See here, once you can see there. Take your right. Where is the stretching now? Where is the stretching? All the athletes. Back. Back. Very good. Primarily your right hamstring. Now look forward. Stay there. Where is the effort is going? Abs. Ideally it has to be not your palms, not your. Always apply your practice also Chitta Prajna, where you're distributing your body weight, distributing all kind of energies equally. Continue. What asana? Balasana, Shashankasana, very good. Hip is relaxed. These days some of the professional athletes can't do the simple asana because of the amount of weight training they do for the thighs. The butts are so big which is good, but simple stretching is very, very important. And if your joints are relaxed, muscles can always, you can build the muscles, you can relax the muscles very easily. Continue. Very good. Stay there. What is this? Who said yoga is from India? You all What are Ashtanga Namaskara? How many of you will go to Tirupati? This is how we do now. We do the Namaskara. Why? Tirupati, rich God. Lot of richness we get. Continue. This is one very, very important asana. Bhujanga asana. What is Bhujanga? Snakes. Like a cobra. The whole intention is to bend the spine back. Because a lot of the training I see, a lot of weakness around the lower back. Correct? Even the IT people have a lot of back pain these days. Continue. Very good. Bhujangasana and this one. Simple mountain pose. Continue. Yeah, correct. You can add these two asanas. Then go back again. Ashwatancharana. Right leg forward. Yeah, look up. Left leg. Yeah, inhale up. Very good. Big round of applause. So like this simple, it's a sequence of 6-7 asanas put together, more like a free-flowing water vinyasa. Just keep 2 and 5 rounds, 6 rounds. The amount of injuries you can avoid, and also you become more mentally aware of your breath. Get it? Now we'll do a sequence of few basic asanas.
We have to extend the session for another 15 minutes. Kindly there.
I'll just show two asanas, standing, sitting, and everything. You can give me the name in English or in Sanskrit. Not you. Very good. So here what you have to be aware of. Cricketers have to go. Tarun Nair is doing yoga these days. That's why in Karnataka is playing Saurashtra. They losing? Come back. Inhale up. Close. Now stretch and then what I feel. Going like this or stretching nicely and going down. No matter any which way, the whole point was, no matter what asana you do, you become very aware of your breath. In return, you become aware of your mind. So relaxation is automatic. Come back up.
Again, it teaches you concentration. How to concentrate on the posture, how to concentrate on the breathing. It improves your concentration automatically.
The whole, in fact, today when sir invited, a lot of talks had to be about mind in general. Physical training, the amount of science behind it, the amount of technique behind it, the coaches that have come is very nice. And India, you see now India is playing well in a lot of sports, but still not to the point where how many people are there in our country?
1.3 million.
Very good, very proud. Which means, just imagine how many number of champions should be there. But are we giving enough opportunities? It's slowly coming up. I'm telling you, next 10 years, 20 years is going to be amazing year for Indian sports people and also become professional athletes as such. So we're going to just do one small exercise for the mind, and asana wise, I think as and when we meet, my name is Yogi Puneet on social media and YouTube. You can just check out, a lot of explanation is being given. Just close the eyes. Just close the eyes. Mudras will always help. How many of you like PV Sindhu? PV Sindhu, champion athlete. She practices yoga. So, sit straight. No, diving thing. Sit straight. Close the eyes. Close the eyes. Sit in dhyana, meditation. Get your mind on your breath. Keep breathing. Let your breathing be slightly deeper. Inhale up. Exhale, long exhalation. Inhale up. Long exhalation. Very good. Rub your palms. Gently rub it onto your eyes. Very good. Open your eyes. Simple as that. A simple thing. Will you become more angrier or will you become more calm when you observe your breath? Calmness, very good. Now 4 asanas only for concentration. You can, what is the name of the asana? What is rickshaw? Tree, very good. See here what you do, you just try to focus on one single dot. These things will help you more than the 2 hours, 3 hours of intense sweating, training and stuff. Just by concentrating on simple things, by balancing it out. And if the pressure is, if you're slightly pushing your pressure here, slightly leaning that side. Small adjustment, you understand what I'm saying? Focus and keep breathing. How many breaths you should hold your posture? How many count? How many seconds? How many hours? Months? Without interaction, I can't do anything. 10 seconds? Huh? 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Few breathing. As long as you feel okay, I've spent enough time, slowly.
For any sport, body balance is very much required. For cricket, for golf, very important. People always talk about the balance. Look at his balance kind of thing. So this is always teaching you balance of the balance. Okay.
So will be slightly, I hope you all can do it also.
Are you not jealous at his flexibility?
In fact, see that's all. You know, the amount of control you have over your body is so much. I'll tell you, Karnataka state inner stage category is Yogasana champion. So, 1 year back, he was delivering newspaper in Kormangala. He shifted and he wanted to learn yoga and transformation. So anybody can become a champion from anywhere. Any champion can come in any form, size, shape, color. It doesn't matter at all.
Yes.
Absolutely, they are the biggest champion. One more last asana. What is Mayura? Peacock. Very good. Before we do, where is the effort? What part of your body will become strong? Core, shoulders, everything. But most important thing is not just a physical strength. That is easy if you do 60 crunches every day. What will you get? Back pain you will get. So, what I'm trying to say is, physically you can do a lot of things, but without concentration, is just, your efforts will not multiply. Take a round of applause. So just practice it, and this asana is slightly tougher. Any balancing asanas become tough, but balancing asanas will help you concentrate. So you don't want all these asanas, this will take a lot of time to practice. Simple vrikshasana, simple every day, or even just raise your hands up. What asana? Tadasana, Hasta Uttana, any name. Just focus on one single dot. Or when you get up early morning, just sit and before you look at your phone for Facebook and Instagram update, just breathe 10 breaths. I'm telling you that 10 second, 20 second you spend, the amount of energy you get is enough to handle this entire 24 hours of madness sometimes. Right? Thank you so much and thank you again.
Big round of applause. Let's stand. Another thing of the story.
I'll also introduce. Her name is Priya and Pooja. They all started yoga very recently, but our intention is to spread the word of yoga. She's a +2 student, and you know the amount of pressure that +2 students are going through because of the madness, the race, and everything. So she's learned yoga. She's already a yoga teacher herself. She's teaching yoga in a college. And simple yoga, when I say yoga, not just a headstand or handstand, simple breathing techniques. So the number of students who learn from her is a lot, and also benefited a lot from simple practices of breathing. Her name is Pooja, IT employee, and you know how many IT employees? Anybody who sits and works for long hours? what are the common physical issues that she has? Back pain. Back pain. So a lot of people she's helped, a lot of people overcome back pain. So, but are you doing anything for back pain?
Generally, when one country walk.
Oh, that's the only. So that's good. At least something. Because what I hear is some people don't get up from the seat for 6 hours, 7 hours. Anyways, what I'm trying to say, anybody, there's hope through everything, and wonderful thing that a lot of events are happening with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is always same in the air when she is doing her pole vaulting. But in the real sense, she's a very grounded person. Very simple, very modest, despite all her achievements. She was a national pole vaulting champion, an MBBS doctor by profession, and she aspires to go even higher. So let's all wish her all the good luck. Pole vaulting is a dangerous sport, very difficult to take, and no women takes it. So much risk involved. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Kathy Wakaria.
First of all, my heartfelt congratulations to Vishwanath sir.
Please come down if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Because she's spotted briefly, so I thought it's better in a different way.
Putting together this wonderful program. I think it's benefited all of us, and I am extremely fortunate to have connected with him, and he invited me here and gave me an opportunity to speak here. Again, to just introduce myself, I'm Dr. Kathy Wakaria. I'm an international pole vaulter and a 7-time national champion. I completed my MBBS from Bangalore Medical College, and I hope to stay connected in sport for probably the rest of my life, and I hope to get into sports medicine and help all the young athletes in our country. So the sport I do, I sprint at full speed with a giant pole in my hand and fling myself upside down in the air to get over a set. Sounds animated, right? However, it takes a lot of mental resilience to do this sport. In pole vault, one part of it is execution of technique like any other sport, and the other big chunk is the mental aspect. I say this because everything about pole vault goes against our basic human instinct. Basically, if I have to make it to the pit, there's a big sponge pit, like there's a runway, I plant the pole and there's a sponge pit. So obviously, your basic instinct is to get to the pit. But the event is such that if I want to make it to the pit, I have to take off further out on towards the runway. And if I want to make it to the pit, I have to invert myself, like head down, leg up on the runway side, and use the pole to, bring me to the other side. So all of this said, the sport is such that the safer that you want to be, the more risk that you take. And the higher you want to jump, you have to challenge yourself to have bigger poles and stiffer poles. I would say, for me, the mental aspect of training has been a huge part, and it's a part that I think any sports person should not neglect. Coming to one of the few things that really helped me perform well, the first thing was visualization. I think every morning, just as I woke up and every night before I went to sleep, I would take time to visualize my entire jump. This not only helped me with refining my technique, but also helped me competitively. I should be able to see me jumping, my entire jump, the things I want to execute in my mind before I could go on to the runway and do it. And once I did that, when I stepped onto the runway, I didn't think, okay, these are things I need to think about. I just let it be automatic. When I went onto the runway, no thoughts. Because all the thinking and everything happened in the night and in the morning, and when I went there, I just had a clear mind. And I think that's when anybody would perform well. When you go in and you have a clear mind, you're not thinking, everything is automated. I think that was the time, even when in competitions when I performed well, there were only probably 1 or 2 simple things that I thought about. Something like, okay, there's a check mark there and I need to carry my pole at this, like this till there, or this is where there's a check mark and I need to initiate my plan from there. but nothing very technical, nothing like, oh, I need to do this and I need to do that. Because I think the more clutter there is, the less you execute, and the chances of choking is more. So I think all the prep that happens should happen even before you go into a match. It should happen in your room, or it should happen in the morning. Not when I'm going into, okay, I have to do this today. It's not going to happen. So, and another one more like important thing that I had faced as an athlete was, and I see athletes even today, they shy away from asking for help. You know, like I feel like as a country we need to develop a mentorship program, in the sense that, you know, a mentor could be anybody. It could be a senior athlete, it could be a fellow competitor, it could be a coach, or it could be a mentor trainer. Find someone you can trust and don't shy away from asking help. You're not going to seem low, or you're not going to seem stupid by asking for help. And the mental aspect of sport, I think, I mean, all of us need help with that. You know, we don't come all prepared and like we don't know everything about it. Yeah, because each person is different, each athlete is different. So whatever it is you're facing, if there's something you're facing in your sport, find a senior you can trust. Find someone you can talk to. You know, these are the things that I'm facing. You know, probably that person has already faced what you are facing, so he or she can help you. So I think mentorship should, I mean, as a community of sports people, I think mentorship should grow in our culture, and that's what I've seen. Even when I was trained in the US, mentorship is so big there. Like, you know, even if I'm a competitor, like I will still help you. I will still tell you, you know, these are the things that if I'm going to go and ask my competitor, okay, like I'm stuck here, like I don't know what to do. She's going to tell me, okay, like, you know, yeah, once I was stuck in this position, I tried this, see if it helps you. It may help, it may not help, but I think that culture is, you know, instead of being, like, I think our country is so competitive, like, if I'm doing well, I'm not going to tell you how and why I did well, you know. So I think that culture should come into our country as well, and I think that's when we will actually grow in sport. And one last thing is, there are certain things that don't, like, you know, we are so awed by talent and physique, and, you know, like every coach is looking for a talented athlete, a tall athlete, you know, very well built or whatever, but I think there are certain things that take zero talent. One is work ethics, and the other thing is mental toughness. So I think we all should work on these two things. You can be better than your fellow competitor by working on these things. So think about it. These are small things that could make a big difference. So thank you once again. Thank you for your attention.
Sharing some thoughts. Okay, so this program is not going to end without telling you what we in winning Edge Consulting will do. At the moment an athlete walks in with reference or anything, of us we talk to him one-to-one, do the counseling part, and so many of the issues will not be directly related to sport itself. It may be related to parents, financial condition of the family, peer pressure, education, stress, so many things. So first we do the counseling to them, understand the issues, then we take them along to giving those paper and pencil questionnaire which are already automated. I mean, here the first one, few people who automated it. We take them to the questionnaires to understand what is happening to them. If they are suffering from anxiety, which most of the athletes suffer from, we know what is the intensity of anxiety that is happening through the questionnaires. To verify this, I take them along to the biofeedback system, which I imported, which I use. Only two people are using in India, in the south is only. And we take them to the biofeedback, then put them on the stress assessment suite on the biofeedback, where when they are expected to do a lot of games in the system, about 8 games, about 2 minutes each, where the challenge starts going up harder and harder. More the challenge, what happens to you? Stressed out, huh? You get out there, you will get out, you know, when you go wrong move. When you have to with the mouse. The moment you get out, oh shucks, come on, shit. Okay, you should stress up. We don't tell you not to stress up. We want to follow your natural reaction to stress. That is when you come to know about your natural self. So then we get the report. Based on that, we start training on the biofeedback. Biofeedback and neurofeedback. I think Mr. Sir has also got the biofeedback thing. Then we train them on the biofeedback system, and we also give them a lot of exercises to make them do a lot of exercises. Tony spoke about breathing exercises, and Gary spoke about mental toughness. So many exercises are there in the sports psychology things which we have developed, including tensing, relaxing, and visualization. So many are there. All these exercises we are going to make you do in our version 2 of Winning Minds. Don't forget to attend the version 2. If you are not attended this is going to be your base. Unless you attend that your mental training will not be complete. So be there for our session 2 and derive the best of it.
How will we come to
we are planning. With workshop planning, that event is going to be totally practical. No theory, no speeches, no nothing. Just practical. Now these are practical exercises to make you perform and which you can use for the rest of your life. What you train mentally, you use it for the rest of your life in all the activities. Okay. And
so Winning Minds 2.0 is in planning right now. So we'll be announcing the program in detail. This will be more of an activity-based seminar. So wherein all the participants will be put into a lot of activity-based engagements. So the learning becomes much more easier and they learn better. So now, lastly, I would like to thank the hospitality partner, Wiggly Wines, for supporting us with this wonderful ambience, which is like very casual, very cool, and very good ambience as well. So request the chef and Vinay to give a small talk. I know it's lunch time and we are hungry, so we are bringing the chefs at the right time.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Is it okay? Thank you so much that, Suman, you have chosen our place. I will not take so much of time. On behalf of our management, I am Chef Sajal here. Would you like to eat something? Interactive session. Would you like to eat anything? Okay, anyway. So what I want to tell you, right? We have little knowledge about our cuisine. We are cooking mostly European cuisine here, but it's homemade. 80% homemade, 20% I do not have any options. So I am getting some things from outside, but 80% we are cooking in our own way. We are making our own spices. Even pasta also we are making our own. So it's healthy. I don't know the meaning of what is organic food and what is pesticide and insecticide food. I do not know. But what I know, my grandmother, how used to cook, I cook the same way and I used to feed the people here. So, please come down here and try our food any day, anytime. Chef Sajid will be there in front of you. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, shortly called Vinayak. So I'm one of the co-owner of this place. To talk about this is a startup in fact. First of all, I'm an IT profession too, and this is my new baby. And apart from that, I'm also a adventurous motorist basically. So I enjoy riding motorcycle on the hilltop. So that's what I do. Wiggly Wine basically what did we set up is we want to bring in a wine and cheese concept in Bangalore. Though wine is not there right now, we're waiting for the university to clear out. And also to help and understand, make people understand how wine and food and cheese can be paired together and how it can be consumed. And also educate people on wine tasting and a lot of events. And if you could have seen, most of my places is based on art, and we help startups to do that. So most of my artwork is done by startups, and in fact, I really thank the Job team and Suman to make this event successful. I think this is the second event what we are doing on the sports team. We also help a lot of sports startups to come out and show their talents and training that they require that we do that. So that's about us.
Book is up for sale.
I dream about sports.
Interested people can buy.